Good morning, everyone. Just a couple minutes till we go live on the air. If you're new here, my name is Brian Craig. I co-host the Steve Kane Radio Show. This is the longest-running radio show in Florida, the most pro-Donald Trump radio show you will find anywhere. And we're on the radio and morning drive from 6 until 9 a.m. Monday through Friday on a whole bunch of radio stations here in Florida. And I got to hit the next commercial. And we live stream here on YouTube while we're on the radio. And take calls live on the air from our radio listeners. And you guys on YouTube, you call in as well if you'd like.
Or online at thesoulauthority.com. That's
Yes, yes. Lots going on today.
To your Medicare plan. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors. 954-753-8080.
90 seconds till showtime.
8080. And have her review your Medicare plan. 954-753-8080.
Attention seniors, have you protected you and your family from financial ruin? You are invited to attend Attorney Barry Siegel's free Medicaid planning workshop. Make sure you and your family are properly protected from financial ruin. Learn how planning ahead can protect you from running out of money before you run out of life. Learn how to avoid being forced to...
Welcome, everyone. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Got this new shirt in my shirt store, brianshirts.com. I put a link right at the top of the chat. Let's go, Brandon, of course.
This free workshop with Attorney Barry Siegel is Tuesday, October 26th at 2 p.m. at the South County Civic Center in Delray. Seating is limited.
I made it so that people can see it a mile away. I want people to know when I'm coming.
FLA Estate. That's 855-352-3782. 855.
It's the last commercial.
3782.
You are listening to South Florida's longest running radio show, Steve Kane Show. To call the show toll free, dial 1-888 GO KANE 1. That's 1-888 GO KANE 1.
Yes, yes. Welcome, everyone. My name is Brian Craig. This is Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. It is Thursday morning already. Oh, my goodness. October 21st, 2021, and counting down till the weekend. I'm going out of town with my daughter over the weekend. I'm very excited about that. When your children reach adulthood, my daughter's 22, they don't want to go and do much with you. But she's going out of town with me this weekend. We're going to have a good time. But it's not Friday yet. But we got a lot of good news to celebrate. We're going to party like it's the weekend today because we have a lot of good news. President Trump announced last night his new social media platform, and this is very, very exciting. It's called Truth Social, and it's more than just a social media platform. It's actually a technology group. I'm going to go through the press release in just a bit. And this is a very, very big game changer. President Trump is so smart. He always has the best around him. And right now, it's not available yet to use. It's going to go in beta testing next month. And then at the beginning of the year, the official launch is expected early in 2022. It's going to be available in both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Right now, I already did what I'm about to tell you. Right now, if you go to the Apple App Store, if you're an iPhone person or iPad person, and you can download a pre-app. You can't use it, but you click it, you download it, and when it's available, it will immediately be downloaded onto your device. I did that on my iPhone this morning. I'll do it on my iPad. Probably during the show today. I'll do it maybe during the break. I'll pull it up and we'll do it on the air. This is very exciting because this is more than just a social media app. And he has people that have worked in television and film working on a video section for it. And this is what's exciting about it. We don't know all the details of it yet. I'll go through the press release and we'll pick out what we can pick out from it. And obviously we haven't seen it yet. But this is more than just a place for us to go, which President Trump is telling us that it is a place where we'll be able to go to, like Twitter. I'm imagining it's going to look much like Twitter because everyone knows Twitter is President Trump's preferred social media format. So it's going to look a lot like Twitter, I'm guessing. But what's more important than you and I being able to go on it, which is important, but what's more important than that is that President Trump, with his own social media platform, which has already been accepted in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store as well, is that President Trump will be able to speak to us both in video form, and they don't call them tweets, they're going to be called truths. Instead of tweeting, you'll truth. Is what it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. That's what President Trump said his first truth will be soon. It'll be a place for President Trump to re-engage with the American people, not just on a daily basis, but on a moment-by-moment basis, commenting on everything that is going on in the world. He's shut out of everyone. They don't want to carry him anywhere anymore. He will be able to do that with his new platform. And that's what's most exciting about it to me, more than me getting to use it and interact with it, which I will do. I will definitely be on the Trump social network. And he's waited a long time to do this because he has to get all his ducks in a row. And believe me, when Donald Trump does something, he always does it better. Now, the hackers and trolls are going to go and try to overload the servers and everything else. But President Trump, he was talking about, I remember in Parler, when the Parler was being talked about, he said Parler could not handle him, that he has too many followers, that Parler would crash, and he has not joined Gitter yet. I bet the Gitter people are pissed. I bet the Parler people are pissed because they all wanted him to join their platforms, and President Trump never did. It is so important for President Trump to be able to communicate on a very regular basis with us on everything that's going on, especially during this terrible time that we are living through and suffering through with Biden right now. So here's the press release from the Trump Media and Technology Group announcing, it says, Trump Media and Technology Group, Palm Beach, Florida. That's here. We're in Palm Beach, Florida. Trump Media and Technology Group and Digital World Acquisition Corp., which is listed on NASDAQ, have entered into a definitive merger agreement, providing for a business combination that will result in Trump Media and Technology Group becoming a publicly listed company, subject to regulatory and stockholder approval. The transaction values Trump Media and Technology Group at an initial enterprise value of $875 million. Think about that. Worth $875 million. That's before it's even up. With a potential additional earnout of $825 million in additional shares, for a cumulative valuation of up to $1.7 billion with a B, $1.7 billion with a B dollars, depending on the performance of the stock price post-business combination. Trump Media and Technology Group's growth plans initially will be funded by Digital World Acquisition Corporation's cash and trust of $293 million. Goes on. A lot of inside baseball here. I'm reading this for the first time. Trump Media and Technology Group's mission is to create a rival. I mean, now think about this. It's being valued at $1.7 billion with a B before it even goes online. That's astounding. Trump Media and Technology Group's mission is to create a rival to the liberal media consortium and fight back against the big tech companies of Silicon Valley, which have used their unilateral power to silence opposing voices in America. Trump Media and Technology Group will soon be launching a social network named Truth Social Truth Social is now available for pre-order in the Apple App Store. I've done this on my iPhone. I'll do it on my iPad in a few minutes. Truth Social plans to begin its beta launch for invited guests in November 2021. A nationwide rollout is expected in the first quarter of 2022. Those interested in joining Truth Social may now visit truthsocial.com to sign up for the invite list, which I've done as well. President Donald J. Trump, the chairman of Trump Media and Technology Group, said this. This is a quote from President Trump. I created Truth Social and Trump, this is a long one, Media and Technology Group to stand up to the tyranny of big tech. These are the words of President Trump in the statement. We live in a world where the Taliban has a huge presence on Twitter, yet your favorite American president has been silenced. This is unacceptable. I am excited to send out my first truth on Truth Social very soon. The company was founded with a mission to give a voice to all. I'm excited to soon begin sharing my thoughts on Truth Social and to fight back against big tech. Everyone asks me, why doesn't someone stand up to big tech? We will be soon, unquote. Those are the words of President Trump. So, yeah. So I'm going to do the pre-order thing right here on the, let me see if I can find it in the Apple Store on my iPad. I did it immediately on my iPhone this morning, and I thought I would do it with you guys live on the radio on my iPad, because here it is, came right up. Type in Truth Social, and they've got pictures of it here, and it looks just, oh, this is awesome. It looks just like Twitter, except nicer and cleaner. This is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. And it says here, Truth Social is America's big tent social media platform. This is what it says in the Apple App Store. Truth Social is America's big tent social media platform that encourages an open, free, and honest global conversation without discriminating against political ideology. So right there out of the gate, President Trump's inviting everyone, no matter what their background is. This is not a place, this is not a MAGA group. This is a group for everyone, the masses. It says here, now again, this is in the Apple App Store, so this was all approved by Apple. Follow the truth. What exactly is Truth Social's Big Tent approach? Big Tent is a new way, which of course comes from President Reagan. Big Tent is a new way to describe inclusivity in America. Think of a giant outdoor event tent at your best friend's wedding. Who's there? The combination of multiple families from all over the United States and the world. Uncle Jim from Atlanta is a proud libertarian. Aunt Kelly from Texas is a staunch conservative. Your cousin John from California is a die-hard liberal. And guess what? They're all together to have an amazing time and share their viewpoints of the world. Although we don't always agree with each other, we welcome these varied opinions and welcome the conversation. This is the true tolerance in this country, is President Trump and his conservatives. The MAGA movement, we are the tolerant people. We are the ones that are open to all of these diversities that Democrats claim to be for and are not. Again, I'm reading from the Apple App Store on Trump's new app. Let your voice be heard. Sign up, join the conversation, and share your unique opinion by posting a truth. Retruth a photo. So instead of retweet, you'll retruth. Retruth a photo, a news story, or video link to communicate with your friends, customers, and the world. See, customers, he's reaching out to business. Stay informed about breaking news while staying directly connected with the people who influence you. Don't be shocked if they take your truth viral. Key features include a profile. Express your unique personality by setting up a profile, an avatar, and background. Begin to track your personal connections through follower and following counts, as well as history for your posts and likes. There will be a truth feed. Again, I'm reading all from the Apple App Store on President Trump's new app. Truth feed. Get the scoop on the latest thoughts and activities from the people, organizations, and news outlets that interest you. The truth feed contains posts from all those you follow brought to life with the help of thumbnail photos, links, and more. Search. There's a search feature. This is just like Twitter, except it looks better. I'm looking at the pictures. Truth Social really starts to become interesting as you connect with others. Search for a voice that you find interesting and easily follow them right from the search list, or view their profile first before deciding. Notifications. Stay engaged as you build a following. See who's following you and who's interacting with your truths. The developer, they got all that information here. I've already got it pre-ordered. I pre-ordered it on my iPhone. It automatically did it on my iPad through the cloud, I guess. So I have pre-ordered it. You can, if you are an Apple user, you can pre-order the Trump social media app right now, which I'm going to do because I want to get it the first instant it's available. Just go to search Truth, or go to Truth Social in the App Store. It will be in the Google Play Store soon, they say. It's not there yet. Maybe they don't do pre-orders in Google. I've never heard of a pre-order. This is the first time I've heard of a pre-order for an app, and the first time I've pre-ordered an app. So this is very exciting stuff. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Our number is toll-free from anywhere, no matter where you're listening to this program, 1-888-GO-CANE 1. 888-465-2631. And I'll tell you something about this. Looking right now at the screenshots from the app, because they've been testing and working on it all year, President Trump has top tech people involved with him. Top tech people, you can tell by looking at it. And I'll tell you another thing, Apple putting it in the App Store. This is amazing because Apple, they had a history. They took down, remember it was Parler. They took out of the App Store. It's back, but they took it down. This is something else. Parler just became MySpace. What about Gitter? I feel bad about Gitter. I do use Gitter. But Apple App Store, everything I just read was in the Apple App Store. So Apple, Tim Cook from Apple, has approved President Trump's social media app, and he owns it. He's the boss. If Tim Cook and Apple didn't think that Trump was coming back in 2024, do you think they would have gone along with this? I don't think so. I don't think so. The world is about to change, and it's going to change in a big way. This is what social media and the internet was supposed to be all about. And I'm so happy that President Trump comes out immediately welcoming all people of all backgrounds, all political beliefs, and whatever your background is. I'm so happy he's doing that. I think that's very, very important. The inclusivity of it. Oh, man. I'm very excited. Our number, 1-888-GO-CANE 1. If you're on hold, stand by. Now, it is Christmas shopping season, and I got a big announcement here from MyPillow. This is amazing because they're back in stock, and any special you see at MyPillow.com, you can take advantage of with the promo code KANE at checkout, KANE. Now, the MyPillow mattress topper, this is my personal recommendation that I think is the best Christmas gift. For anyone on your gift-giving list. It's a combination. That's the MyPillow mattress topper and the 100% Giza cotton dream sheets from MyPillow. I have both. Now listen here. This is an amazing thing for me to tell you. The MyPillow mattress topper with our promo code KANE save 30% off. 30% off the purchase, and you get 2 free standard MyPillows. That is for the 3-inch mattress topper. This is the thickest mattress topper that MyPillow offer. And that's what I have, the 3-inch mattress topper. And let me tell you, 30% off, 2 MyPillows come with it. That's amazing. Those full-size ones for the bed, that's absolutely amazing. The 3-inch mattress topper. This is a great deal, people. It comes in every mattress size, too, is available right now. And even with... I have that 3-inch mattress topper, which has changed my life, changed my wife's life. We're sleeping the whole night through. Never had an ache or a creak in my back one night. My wife had back pain. It disappeared after one night of sleeping on this 3-inch mattress topper from MyPillow. So 30% off. This is the 3-inch mattress topper at MyPillow. You get 2 free pillows. Now, I have the 100% Giza cotton dream sheets. Those dream sheets fit perfectly over the mattress. Even with the 3-inch mattress topper, I can make the bed with just 2 fingers and a thumb. You know how it is when you pull on that, you put on the bottom mattress with the elastic, and that last corner, some of the other corners aren't on that good. You get to that last corner with regular sheets, you're pulling. You hope your hand doesn't slip, you'll back up and hit the dresser or the wall. and you never get it on right, with the MyPillow 100% Giza cotton dream sheets, that will never be a problem. Each corner, boom, 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 boom. 2 fingers and a thumb. That's it. It's amazing. Plus, you sleep so well with them. I got a message on YouTube from a listener this morning who just got their MyPillow Giza cotton dream sheets, and they wrote this. It's on one of my YouTube videos. You guys can see it yourself. I'm not remembering which one it is, but it's one from this week. John Bach. He says, I got my new MyPillow sheets yesterday. I made the bed and slept like a baby. I have bad sleep apnea, so this helped. Wow, that's amazing. So with the promo code Kane at checkout, buy 1 set of MyPillow 100% Giza cotton dream sheets. Get a 2nd set free. So you get the mattress topper with the 2 MyPillows, the 3-inch mattress topper, 30% off. You get the 2 sets of the Giza dream sheets because it's BOGO. Buy 1, get 1 free. That is you give someone both of those, they're going to love you. And it's a gift that they'll remember for many years to come. Or you can spread it out and have a few different gifts, you know. All right, let's go to the phones. Make sure, promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code Kane, Kane. Good morning, you're on the radio.
Hello, this is Mike from Louis.
Oh, hey, Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. You know, you were talking about the Trump social media thing.
Yes.
This is big because we've never heard of a
Roscoe,
company
$20
right
super
away.
chat. Thank you. Sorry, Brian. Investigate where and when this media
right
site
away,
was
it's
purchased.
worth $1
Who
billion.
owns it? Okay, Trump owns it with this
You know?
other company. At 1.7. It hasn't even gone live yet. 1.7 billion.
Right. Facebook didn't do it. Twitter didn't do it. All these other things that did not
Everyone
do
thank
that.
Roscoe
and
for that
Trump's
super chat. Thank you.
Trump's the one that's the first one to do it, and that's the thing. And look, here's the deal. Stephen Miller, who's the Gitter guy, he is a big Trump guy.
Is Gitter Stephen Miller? I thought it was I can't remember the name of the guy. Which one? I'm not sure it's Stephen Miller. Someone tell me, who's the Trump insider that did Gitter? I don't think it's Stephen Miller. I could be wrong.
But he's a big Trump guy, and he said for a long time that he reserved like real Donald Trump or something on Gitter for Donald Trump, for President Trump.
Well, I'll tell you. Here's the thing. We've got a couple. It is Miller. Okay, that's good. He's awesome. General Milley hates Stephen Miller, so that makes me even love him more. But there was some in the Woodward book they talked about. He hated Steve Miller, and I think he's one of the smartest people I've ever heard on television give analysis on the issues. What a great advisor to President Trump. I would not be surprised if you saw eventually a merger between what Trump is doing with Gitter and Mike Lindell's Frank speech. That would not surprise me at all. Look at Facebook and Twitter have different platforms, and they both serve different purposes. They all serve different purposes with different things and different offerings. So I would not be shocked to see a merger of some of these other, Jason Miller, you're correct. You're right. I was thinking of the other guy, Jason Miller is the Gitter guy. Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw eventually down the road, not right away, a merger with Gitter and Frank's speech, Mike Lindell's platform. Jacqueline, $50 super sticker. Thank you. Everyone thank Jacqueline.
If you think about it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Lindell is a big Trump guy as well,
Yeah, just because there's different platforms, be on all of them. What's most important, this new platform, what I'm most excited about at first, I'm going to obviously be on it, but what I'm most excited about is that President Trump is going to be able to communicate with us every moment of every day with everything that's going on in the news. And we need that voice. And, the mainstream media, they're not going to share his truths like they used to do his tweets in the beginning, but they're not going to be able to control themselves because Newsmax, Newsmax, which by the way is back on YouTube, which is nice to hear. They came back on YouTube this week, which I'm very glad, because I know a lot of people don't have access to it on their cable like I do. Newsmax has decided they're the Trump cable news network, so they will have the Trump truths out there on a regular basis. I'll be commenting on them, and we know President Trump gets up early in the morning, and I really miss seeing those. You know, he retweeted me twice, President Trump, and the first time President Trump retweeted me, I woke up in the morning, it was 3:30, and I tweeted something about the great poll numbers of President Trump. I got in the shower, I got out of the shower to dry off, and my phone was blowing up by the bathroom sink. I'm like, what is going on? And I looked, President Trump retweeted me the first time, and that was like at 3:45 in the morning. The second time was right before 5 a.m. And it was always nice getting up and hearing from the president first thing in the morning. It's a great way to start your day.
And like you said, Brian, the rest of the media will not be able to help themselves, because at one point his tweets were news.
Oh well, this is going to be news too. And the idea, these other these media companies like CNN and everything, they're going to get freaked out. To me, competition is good. Good. The more people that are doing something, the better, because it raises the bar, it gets people more engaged. And so many MAGA people, sadly, have abandoned social media after what happened with President Trump and social media back in January. And those people looking for a home, they'll be here. And I'm glad that it's going to. I'm so happy that President Trump is welcoming a diverse group of opinions and opening it up to business too. I mean, this is wild. And I'm going to tell you this: Steve Kane, Steve has a Facebook group which is linked up at our new websites, our new SteveKaneShow.com website. I'm going to get Steve on the new Trump app when it starts next year. I'm going to get Steve on. Steve Kane will have his own profile on it as well. And Steve's kind of shies away from social media. This one, I'm going to get him involved in.
Right, and look, here's the deal. I mean, I'm pretty much a follower of Bannon's War Room. I listen to him every day, and he'll have Miller on there.
Did Steve Bannon comment on today's the vote in the House on whether to send it off to the Justice Department to arrest him? Did he talk about that yesterday? I haven't seen any statements from him. Not yet. But the last time he had Miller on the War Room, Miller was talking about, well, Getter is now live streaming. Yeah, I've posted some videos on Getter. Listen, I'm never going to leave Twitter, because this is the thing. I understand the problems of all of these different platforms, but my primary one is going to be Donald Trump's platform when this is over. I'm going to stay on the other ones and be active on the other ones too, because to me, any networking you are doing with anyone is important, and you want to network with as many people as you can in as many places as you can, regardless of who owns it. But my primary social media platform, I'm hoping, will be President Trump's. Is what I'm hoping for.
Right, I've got an Android phone, which is Google type.
Oh, you don't have it yet. Hey, listen, I gotta run, Mike, in Louisiana. Take care, and thank you for the call. I want to tell everyone about Friendly Tire in Margate. I've been buying tires from Friendly Tire in Margate for about 15 years, long before they were a sponsor on the Steve Kane Show. And what had happened with me is I had a Jeep Wrangler soft top, which is the worst vehicle anyone could ever buy. I always wanted a Jeep Wrangler until I bought it. The top is a nuisance. But anyway, it had the big tires on it. And when it came time to buy new tires, I called around and I couldn't afford. I mean, it was just too much money. I couldn't afford it. I could buy a car for what 4 new tires cost. Those big 4-wheel drive tires. I was, I was regretting it. And I found Friendly Tire in Margate, and I went over there. And I walked up, and Friendly Mike was there. He didn't know me personally then. He says, "Do you want new or used?" I didn't even bother getting a quote on new. I just assumed and got used tires. And the next time I went over there with my wife's car, I got a quote on new tires, and boom, that was it. Every car in my family is on the road on tires from Friendly Tire in Margate. The prices that you hear us quote from Friendly Tire are out the door and on the road. He doesn't charge you to mount the tire. He doesn't charge you to balance the tire. He does not even charge you to dispose of your old tires. That's amazing. And he gets great, great prices. He's selling to you really like wholesale prices is what he's doing over there. And it's absolutely amazing. There is no reason not to have safe tires on your vehicle. Now listen, if you want used tires, he has thousands of used tires in stock, and they're very good used tires, starting at just $30. Okay, and I run into listeners over there buying used tires. These are very good quality used tires. He can get every type of tire you need. If you have a commercial vehicle, he can help you with that as well. I've even seen guys over there getting tires on lawnmowers and lawn crews. I'm serious, I have. And I see people over there in Porsches and Jags and all kinds of other vehicles, and I see rust buckets that I don't even know how they're on the road over there. Everyone goes to Friendly Tire. And I was talking to someone the other day. They lease cars. And when it's time to turn in the lease, they always, they'll ding you on the tires. When you turn in your lease vehicle, they always go over to Friendly Tire and get a set of tires on there at these bargain basement prices before they turn in their leases as well. And if you have run flats, you will not find tires as low run flats as you will at Friendly Tire in Margate. My wife, her car has run flats on it. And I had a car years ago before I knew Friendly Mike at Friendly Tire, and it was expensive. And my wife, the car she has now, it's a Mini Cooper, and it has run flats on it. And the only reason I said, okay, not that I would tell my wife, you know how it is, happy wife, happy life. The only reason I was cool with buying the car is because I knew when it came time for tires, those run flats, boom, Friendly Tire in Margate, no sweat. All right, now again, here's the number. Call Friendly Mike. He'll give you a quote right over the phone, 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net. We'll be right back after this.
Attention seniors, have you protected you and your family from financial
Steve Kane Show.
You are invited to attend Attorney
Steve Kane Show.
free Medicaid planning
Hey, hold on.
workshop. Make sure you and your family are properly
Got a few trolls out there, so I gotta watch out a little.
Learn how planning ahead can protect you from running out of money before you run out of life. Learn how to avoid being forced to spend down your assets. Learn how to
Good morning, everyone. If you're new, make sure you subscribe.
learn how Medicaid can
Did everyone thank Jacqueline for that super chat? Please do if you didn't.
and much more. This free workshop with attorney Barry Siegel is Tuesday, October 26th at 2 p.m. at the South County Civic Center in Delray. Seating is limited, so reserve your seat for this free estate planning workshop. Call 1-855-FLA-ESTATE. That's 855-352-3782. 855-352-3782.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WW.
Hey guys, welcome back. 34 minutes after the hour. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Show. Our number, 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-465-2631. We're talking about President Trump announcing last night his new social media platform is a go, and I'm very excited. You're on the radio. Good morning.
Good morning, Ari from New Jersey.
Hey, New Jersey, what's on your mind?
Is the platform of Truth Social, is it like Getter? Because I saw a video.
It looks to me, okay, if you go in the Apple App Store where you can pre-order it, I'm sorry I don't have the Apple App Store, but I'm sure you'll be able to see pictures of it online. I went through the pictures of it on the Apple App Store. It looks more like Twitter. I know Getter looks a little like Twitter. It looks more like it looks more like Twitter. It looks like it operates like Twitter, and it's more pleasing to the eye. I don't know, there's something about the color and the graphics. It's easy on the eyes to watch, to look at, to use.
Now, are we? Is the platform going to be able to go live stream?
I don't know. They haven't said yet. I would imagine not in the beginning. President Trump. This isn't just a social media platform. He has teamed up with a technology company, and it's a complete media company that does other things. And I know a part of this are some TV and movie people are involved on the video aspect of it. Now so what I think that is President Trump may be producing videos that he puts on there early on in the beginning. I don't think we'll be able to live stream in the beginning. They'll want the thing to be on. They don't want to overload it with activity on day one. You got to kind of ease into it. This is very exciting to have President Trump's voice back every minute of every day, commenting, especially with the garbage that's going on right now. Could you imagine watching, for example, a Psaki press conference with President Trump on his new social app responding to it in real time again? Oh, man.
Yo, man. Especially in New Jersey. New Jersey's a dump right now.
Well, a lot of the country's a dump right now.
We have an election coming up, and
yeah. All right. Hey, listen. I appreciate the call. Thanks so much. I don't want to get into the local politic thing there. I want to. You're welcome to call in on this. I want to hear more of your thoughts on Trump's new social media platform. But I want to talk here a few minutes about Nikolas Cruz yesterday, which, of course, the Parkland shooting was right here in our community in South Florida, and because of that, I am not playing the audio of Nikolas Cruz and his statement in court yesterday. I think it's in bad taste and it's disgusting. And what's going on with Nikolas Cruz, the Parkland shooter, is outrageous, and I'm disgusted by it. He pled guilty, so now the jury's going to go to a sentencing phase. Let me tell you, this is a big racket going on here. This is a big racket. A regular trial was very much needed and deserved in this Parkland shooter, this monster, this animal. And the reason this is going on this way is total local political corruption. There was a big cover-up at the school itself, at the school district level as well. There was also a cover-up with the sheriffs. How many times did they go to Nikolas Cruz's house and he wasn't arrested and they never took his guns away? Are you kidding me? There were so many things that were done. See, this is the deal, okay? For those that aren't familiar with Parkland, I don't know why this is, but Parkland is one of the most exclusive areas of our community here. And what I don't understand about it is it's so far from the beach. It's like a special city for rich and powerful connected people. And it's been around for a long time, Parkland. But what happened is that they were. I remember right after the shooting, a day or two after, I was watching one of the cable news networks interview a resident of Parkland who had a child at the school, and they said, "We can't believe this happened. This is I can't remember what the designation was. The safest city in Florida." It had a safest city designation. I can't remember the safest city of. And what we found out is they were cooking the crime stats over there. The sheriff's department. At least these were allegations that were made. They didn't arrest people. And if you don't arrest anyone, you have zero crime on the books. If you don't arrest anyone, there's no crime officially, right? And there was a similar thing going on in the schools. The superintendent who worked with the Obama people brought in this program, and they were not arresting kids on school campus because they wanted to have a lower crime rate on the books in the schools. And I've talked about this a few times, so I won't go into it in a lot of detail, but I want to review it because I think it's important. I had a brief encounter prior to the shooting with Nikolas Cruz at Waawa on 441 in Parkland Coconut Creek. And he scared the crap out of me. He's a short guy. He's about 5 foot tall. And when the shooting happened and they arrested him that day, and I saw him on TV, he looked familiar, and I told my wife, he looks familiar, and I didn't talk about it for a week, that I couldn't place him. I couldn't place him, but I drive by the school every day. Our old studio, before we came up here to the radio station, our old studio in Coral Springs, which is behind Wings Plus on Sample Road in Coral Springs, it's not far from there, and I drove by Marjorie Stoneman Douglas every day, going to or coming home from work. And I thought, well, maybe I've just seen him walking down the sidewalk or something. And then it popped in my mind a few days later, Waawa. I went to Waawa one morning about 4:30 in the morning to get my morning coffee. When our studio was there, I used to go to Waawa for coffee every morning. And Nicholas Cruz was there. I didn't know who he was, and this obviously was before the shooting, and I remember him very clearly because, they got like a sandwich station there. This is the Waawa on 441 in Coconut Creek, Parkland border there. And he was standing in the middle of the place and wouldn't move for anyone. And I got my coffee, and I go to walk away, and he won't move out of my way, and I had to walk around him, and he was staring at me. And he was staring at, it scared me. He was creepy. A little tiny guy. He was creepy. He was out of his mind. He was wearing pajama pants and a t-shirt. And when I was checking out at the register, he was staring at me. And I went out to fill my car up with gas, and he was staring at me. And I was really nervous. He was that creepy, And I remember the day of the shooting, one of the national media, well, it was probably local news that was being carried national because they weren't in town yet. But one of the girls, she said, Nicholas Cruz did this. Everyone knows he did it right away. Right away. Even before I think that was before they captured him. They said everyone knew. He was insane. There was a big cover-up with this guy. He should have been locked away long before this happened. And him pleading guilty and not having a regular trial, and since it's in Florida, a televised trial with witnesses on television, the cover-up will continue. And I'll tell you another thing. What happened to that cop, that coward cop that was hiding and calling in fake line radio calls? That cop saw Nicholas Cruz get dropped off by the Uber driver and was scared of him too, and he went and hid and called in fake radio calls while unarmed school teachers were going in there. And he could have stopped Nicholas Cruz from going up to the second floor, and most, not all, but most of the murders were committed by him upstairs. And if that coward cop would have confronted him and stopped him there, who knows what would have happened to the cop, but he could have stopped Nicholas Cruz from going upstairs where he did most of his murdering. And I believe the way this is coming out, they put this off forever. They put this off for years because they don't want all these things to be rehashed. But I was watching the families there while he was reading his statement of crap, Nicholas Cruz, and I don't know if the families agree with me on this or not, but this trial with witnesses going through everything, the cover-up at the school system with him, the cover-up with the sheriff's department, this school board program where they don't arrest kids, that my brother's keeper, what was it called, something like this, all that stuff's going to be forgotten. And you know what? All these people, they're Democrats because it's a Democrat town, and that's how Democrats are. And those young children, remember, that was a ninth grade building he went into. Babies, ninth graders are little kids. They had their whole lives stolen away from them. They'd be in college, some of them today. And without this public trial, there's no justice here. No justice. And I'm opposed to the death penalty. I really, truly am. I have been. I'm pro-life, I'm pro-death, but not with this guy. I'll tell you that right now. And there's a lot of responsibility that's being covered up here with this. I don't know if the family agree with me on this or not. I would think at least some of them do. But it's wrong. And I'm not playing the audio of him on the program today because it's disgusting to play the audio of him public. I know it's all over the news, it's all over the internet. You will not hear it here, I'm sorry. I'm not interested in what he has to say. And since this happened in our own community, there are people that listen to this program that have a connection to that, and I'm not going to do it. But I'll tell you this. This is this disgusting. The last time I saw something that was this creepy with his statement is when BTK, when he pled guilty and then he had to confess all his crimes, which he was enjoying. Now, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. All right, our number, toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Tom Laporta, the owner of Laporta Contracting, Roofing, and Restoration. We have been in the roofing and construction industry since 1982. We are state of Florida certified roofing and general contractors focusing on residential and commercial roofing, impact windows, and
Steve Kane Show.
Restoration. The 2021
Hey, hold on.
hurricane season is upon us. If you have noticed any water stains on your ceiling, or if your roof is older than 15 years, you will want to call us to come out and evaluate your roof. Our services run from minor repairs to complete new roof systems. We install every kind of roof, from regular asphalt shingles, clay or concrete tiles, standing metal seam, wood shakes, and slate tile systems. Call us at 954-604-4602 for a free home inspection and estimate. Again, that number is 954-604-4602.
Hi, Brian Craig here. I'm in studio with my wife, Kathy, and she's here to tell you about her experience with the MyPillow mattress topper.
Well, as you know, Brian, I was waking up in pain almost every morning for years and years, and we had bought a new mattress not that long ago, but it still was not doing the trick. So I said to you, let's get the MyPillow mattress topper, and let's see if it helps or makes any kind of a difference. And I have to tell you, after sleeping on it just one night, I woke up, no pain, I felt incredible. It made a huge difference for me, and the pain has not returned.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Now go to MyPillow.com and order your MyPillow mattress topper and do what Kathy and I did. Hey guys, good morning. If you're just joining us, make sure you like the video. That helps a lot, guys, when you like the video. Promo code Kane, you will save 30% off the MyPillow mattress topper and get 2 free MyPillows. But you've got to use the promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. It comes in every size, too, from twin all the way up to California King. That's promo code Kane, K-A-N-E, at MyPillow.com.
This is Scott from Cut My Kilowatts. Give me a call today to save up to 50% on your insulation and radiant barrier, and up to 35% on your electric bill. That's 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for W.
Yeah, now, Scott from Cut My Kilowatts, no matter where you are in the state of Florida, give him a call. And, the weather is getting a little not quite as hot. That means you'll get a better deal on this because his guys, they got to get up in your attic. And you know how hot an attic can be in Florida. Oh, my goodness, yeah. Over 130 degrees some days. They can get up in the attic a little easier right now and get the work done faster. Right, so he saves a little bit on the labor, and he passes that savings on to you. Now, no matter where you are in the state of Florida, give Scott at Cut My Kilowatts a call. Lower your electric bill, 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500. All right, now your calls are welcome on the new Trump social media app, and the Parkland Monster and what went down yesterday are all welcome. As I bring up other things. But Mayor Pete yesterday said if they pass this stimulus bill, that the supply chain crisis will be solved. Well, to me, that sounds like they're making it happen. What is in this bill that's going to solve the supply chain crisis? We had that great call at this time yesterday from Wisconsin Gary, the truck driver, talking to us about what the problem is. It's that they only allow union truckers in California. And if they would put a call out to independent owner-operators, non-unionized truckers during this crisis, it'd be solved right away. But they won't do that. And I learned that from Wisconsin Gary's call yesterday. Fox News, they had Brett Baer Was he at the port in California? It looked like I turned Brett Baer on for a minute, and he's it looked like he was at a port. I saw a lot of ships behind him with containers on them. Was that in New York, D.C., or did he go to California? And William Lajeunesse from Fox News was out there, and I was watching him a bit. He didn't get to any of this, William Lajeunesse, sitting out there all day. And I'm wondering, do these reporters know what's going on? And, and I was talking yesterday, these news people, all they do is talk to each other and read Wikipedia. They don't get out there and find out what's really going on. Yeah, you can't have a truck that's pre-2011 on the road out there. Can you believe that? What the hell's that all about? This crisis could be over in an instant if they would lift all these stupid restrictions, at least during the crisis. But I don't think they want people to know how stupid it's gotten with these Democrats in California. Fauci was against Christmas. Now they're trying to get rid of Christmas. Christmas is more than just an important holiday where we celebrate the birth of Jesus, which is very important. But Christmas is also the time of year, and it's not just Christmas, it's the whole holiday season. Christmas is the grand finale. You get a little bit on New Year's, but Christmas is vital to retailers. Vital. And they're like, Christmas will be next year. They don't even give a damn. There's just no. This is a common theme you hear from me lately with everyone connected with Biden. Zero empathy. Zero empathy. They don't care. They care more about having the 4-star health service admiral that's transgendered. That's what their goal is. It's about furthering the social agenda that they're on. Everything's about appearance. Mayor Pete, they have a movie coming out about him next month on Amazon Prime. So he's, that's more important for him, is to have this family thing in place so that when he's doing the promotion and gets all this attention from the movie coming out. What is special about Mayor Pete? He's not the first gay man to be out of the closet. Barney Frank was a Democrat too, but he was out of the closet gay member of Congress when it wasn't a cool hip thing to be. Did not like Barney Frank. You guys remember Barney Frank? He was a jerk. And he had some problems too. One of his boyfriends was running an escort service out of his house. Do you remember that, guys? Oh my goodness. He was always a fountain of material to talk about. But now it's like cool and hip for these guys to be gay. He was out there doing it, didn't like the guy, didn't agree with him, but he was out there doing it when it wasn't cool. This guy thinks he's the first out of the closet gay man. And, you longtime radio listeners here in Florida, Neil Rogers, the great Neil Rogers, came out of the closet on the radio, on the air in the 1970s. Who was coming out of the closet then, outside of people living in San Francisco? No one. And this guy thinks he's some type of icon. What's he an icon for? Because he lost a race? He's screwing up his job right now? Buttigieg is handling the supply chain crisis with the same type of results that Hillary handled the State Department with Benghazi. It's a disaster. A disaster. And you know what I wonder? How many of these ships out there have things in the containers that will spoil? Are there things on these containers that will spoil? And, these Christmas items that are going to come late, are these businesses going to have to pay for them still, even though they got them late? But see, this administration is filled with a lot of strange people. First off, there's no leadership. There's different factions. And now they got this story of how Biden surprised Kamala Harris at Capitol Hill yesterday for her birthday. Let me tell you something. The President of the United States drives across town and goes to the Capitol. There's no surprise. Okay? Even when it's in D.C., there's so much that goes along with him. By the time the President gets there, you've known for about an hour at least, this fake surprise. Oh, all about me. Surprise! Well, I'm glad she's getting her gifts yesterday. Did you see? Kamala walks into the room for this fake surprise party, and the second gentleman there, all masked up, gives her some flowers. Surprise! Are all these things for me? Oh. Well, Kamala Harris, she has a birthday party like a 9-year-old kid at Chuck E. Cheese yesterday. She gets her gifts, but you guys at Christmas with your kids, screw you. Mayor Buttigieg said, start shopping early before things run out. These people just don't give a darn. All they care about is the first transgendered 4-star in the National Health Service here with this lady. And I'll tell you a thing about this that's frightening and scary and shows you how inside all these people are. This Transgendered Admiral, when I first saw it, I thought, oh my goodness, is that a Navy Admiral? But in the National Health Service. I know, it's crazy. It's insane. It's insane. But what's crazy about it is that Transgendered Admiral that they're celebrating in the news today. Now, this is the crazy thing. Went to high school with General Milley and played on the same football team with General Milley at the same time. They were on the same team together in high school playing football. And it just so happens that they both are 4-stars? You think that's just a coincidence? What are the chances that two people on a football team in high school playing on the same team end up being 4-stars? What are the odds of that? Yeah, exactly. Part of the club. There's a whole club here. But, they're more concerned about, I know, it's scary that they have that kind of connection. They're more concerned about this image that Pete Buttigieg has adopted 2 kids, and he loves to tell you they're premature. Like that makes him even a bigger hero. And he loves to say adopted all the time. My daughter's adopted. She's my daughter. She's not my adopted daughter. I don't have an adopted child. I have a child. Barbara Walters used to do that. It pissed me off. My adopted daughter. Oh my gosh. Disgusting. But they're more concerned about these social agendas than solving the problems that we're facing in America. All right, we're coming up on the top of the hour break. When we get back, more to talk about, more calls, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. It's a toll-free call from anywhere, 1-888-465-2631. You can listen to us on the radio here in South Florida on AM 1470, 95.3 FM, and 96.9 on the FM radio dial. You can also listen to us on the iHeart Radio app and the TuneIn app, searching for our station call letters WWNN. That's mostly how I listen to the show on the way in to work in the mornings. I usually listen on the iHeart Radio app, and I have it hooked up to my Bluetooth. So no matter where you are in the world, you can listen to this program in your car, wherever you are, on your mobile device, on iHeart Radio and the TuneIn app. WWNN, 2 W's, 2 N's. And of course, you can watch us live stream on YouTube each and every morning with a very opinionated and very active chat room going on live as I'm speaking. Search for Brian Craig or The Brian Craig Show on YouTube, and that will come up. All right. It's time for the top of the hour break. When we get back, there's much more to talk about. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. 888-465-2631. We'll be right back after this.
Got you covered. AM 1470, FM 95.3, 96.9. South Florida's FM Money Talk Radio Network. WWNN, Pompano Beach.
Hi, my name is Tom Laporta, the owner of Laporta Contracting, Roofing, and Restoration. We have been in the roofing and construction industry.
Hey guys, good morning. If you're just joining us,
we are
Steve Kane Show.
Certified roofing and general contractors focused on residential and commercial roofing, impact windows, and building restoration. The 2021 hurricane season is upon us. If you have noticed any water stains on your ceiling, or if your roof is older than 15 years, you will want to call us to come out and evaluate your roof. Our services run from minor repairs to complete new roof systems. We install every kind of roof, from regular asphalt shingles, clay or concrete tiles, standing metal seam, wood shakes, and slate tile systems. Call us at 954-604-4602 for a free home inspection and estimate. Again, that number is 954-604-4602.
Traveling and need a COVID test? Maybe you need a COVID test for work or school. Stop by Any Lab Test Now of Boca or Any Lab Test Now of Coral Springs. They offer all the COVID testing panels you need at the lowest prices, including the antibody test. Results in 15 minutes. Any Lab Test Now of Boca is located in the Sandalfoot Plaza, where Western Beef is, south of Palmetto Park Road and north of Hillsboro on the east side of 441 State Road 7. Call 561-237-5009. Any Lab Test Now of Coral Springs is located on the southeast corner of University Drive in Ramblewood, near the Coral Square Mall in Coral Springs. Call 954-906-5983. Make sure to tell them you heard about them on the Steve Kane Show.
Seniors, open enrollment is here. This is the one time of year you can make changes to your Medicare plan. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080, and have her review your Medicare plan, 954-753-8080.
Attention, seniors.
I heard it's not working.
Protected you and your family from financial ruin.
Well, it'll be back if it's not on now.
Attorney Barry Siegel's free Medicaid planning workshop. Make sure you and your family are properly protected from financial ruin. Learn how planning ahead can protect you from running out of money before you run out of life. Learn how to avoid being forced to spend down your assets. Learn how to avoid nursing home seizure of your assets. Learn how Medicaid can pay for your nursing home and home care expenses, and much more. This free workshop with attorney Barry Siegel is Tuesday, October 26th at 2 p.m. at the South County Civic Center in Delray. Seating is limited, so reserve your seat for this free estate planning workshop. Call 1-855-FLA-ESTATE. That's 855-352-3782. 855-352-3782.
You are listening to South Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. To call the show toll free, dial 1-888-GO-KANE-1. That's 1-888-GO-KANE-1. And now, here's Steve Kane.
All right, hour number 2 has begun. 3 minutes after 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show, on the radio since 1977. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot. We'll recap as the show goes on. But last night, President Trump unveiled his personal new social media platform. It's called Truth Social. You can pre-order it right now in the Apple App Store. I've done it. And also, it will be in the Google Play Store, although it's not there yet, and it will be going live online at the beginning of the year with beta testing beginning next month. And I'm so excited about this because we're going to be able to hear from our President Donald Trump in real time, all day, every day. I'm very excited about this. So we're talking about that and many other things, and there's other stories that I'll be bringing up as the show goes on. Our number 1-888-GO-KANE-1. That's K-A-N-E and the number 1. All right, Nick in Baltimore, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Brian.
Yeah, what's going on?
I pre-ordered the app. I wanted to talk about a couple of things here. First, this Parkland shooter thing. I'm disgusted too. I'm about 1,200 miles away from you, but I'm going to tell you. This kid, they could have addressed all this before all of this happened, and they didn't. And shame on the cops, shame on that whole thing.
That coward cop, I know he was arrested, but what has happened to that? They've been holding that trial off, too, and he's got a $102,000 a year pension, who was hiding, calling in fake radio calls while unarmed school teachers. There was one cop who was off duty, no uniform, in his flip-flops, watering the grass at the baseball field. He ran and borrowed a pistol and ran in his flip-flops and shorts. This guy's hiding.
The whole thing's disgusting. We live in a whole world that's upside down, Brian. I mean, we live in a world where Sirhan is free, Hinckley is free. I mean, what the heck's going on. You got to wonder, and this kid basically is gonna get off. I mean, not get off, but you know what I mean.
Oh, you don't think they're going to recommend the death penalty? The jury?
He should fry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I think they took old Sparky, the electric chair, unfortunately, out of Florida. Do we do injection or gas chamber in Florida now? I haven't followed an execution in a while. Probably lethal injection. A trial needed to happen. There was such a cover-up with the school system, the local government, and the police department on this, and the trial would have brought that out.
It's like these kids, are of no value. It just really makes me sick.
Well, listen, I find it, me personally, I believe he should get the death penalty, Nicholas Cruz. Okay, but here's the deal. I think he had a better chance of not getting the death penalty if there was a trial and all these factors came out where the school system, everybody in the school system and the police and everybody else passed the buck and let him continue to be free when he should have been locked up and had his guns taken away long ago. His defense attorneys, I think, had a better chance at a life sentence, non-death penalty if all those things came out. But they didn't want. No one's going to be held accountable.
They wanted to save the embarrassment.
I didn't see any of the kids from Parkland on TV yesterday. I was surprised. Did you see them on anything?
No, and I watched the coverage from POG. I have their app.
Oh, our local news, yeah.
But the thing, I wanted to touch on this on the administration just for 1 second and I'll get off. This whole administration, Brian, I saw that 4-star admiral, it's so-called. Mm-hmm. This whole administration exemplifies insanity, and they're trying to break our will to get what they want. That's what this whole supply chain thing is all about. It's ridiculous. If you give us what we want, the supply chain will open up again.
Well, when Buttigieg said yesterday, if the stimulus bill gets passed, the supply chain crisis will end. The only connection between the two is that they're doing this on purpose to make us suffer, and they figure if we make them suffer, the American people will demand that Congress pass this bill. So it looks like we're being held hostage by our government.
That's exactly what it is. This whole country's being held hostage.
We got Al Capone in the White House, right? Joe Biden. Al Capone. Worse. Yeah, because there's no code with this guy.
I was going to say, they have a great show.
Hey, Nick in Baltimore. Hey, take care. Those of you on hold, stand by. Our number 1-888-GO-KANE-1. There's an article today, MSNBC, ex-KKK leader David Duke takes credit for Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson. During his recent podcast, Duke said both men stole his racist ideas about white replacement and made them mainstream. Okay, MSNBC thinks Trump's going to run, get the nomination, and win. Whenever the Democrats are worried, they bring out David Duke. David, let me tell you this, okay? Klansmen are disgusting people, as if we have to do that disclaimer, but you know how liberals are. David Duke used to be talked about a lot in the early 90s. He ran for state house in Louisiana as a Republican. And David Duke he knows how to get publicity. He knows how to get publicity. Connect himself to Republicans, and CNN and MSNBC give him all this publicity. How many of you knew David Duke had a podcast? I didn't know. Now we all know, right? MSNBC is promoting David Duke's podcast now. That's what he gets out of it. And I remember when Donald Trump ran in 2015, CNN brought David Duke on, who supported, of course, Donald Trump's border policies. And I remember I talked about this at the time. The first time David Duke, I saw him in studio on CNN, hadn't seen him for years. He was wearing a blazer that didn't fit him, so he borrowed it from someone. It had been so long since he'd been on television. And these white supremacist Klansmen, like David Duke, They're creations of the left. They're creations of the left, and the left use them, and they use the left, mainly the media. And remember Fred Phelps, the anti-gay pastor? He had a church of about 24 people, and most every one of them in the church was a member of his family. And he was promoted by the liberal media for 20 years as if he had a following as big as Joel Osteen. Who I don't like Joel Osteen either. But he had so David Duke, no one on the right follows David Duke or listens to David Duke or cares about David Duke. But the left love him. They bring him out. If he says something about, the media have two targets, President Trump and Tucker Carlson. So they brought David Duke out of retirement. I haven't heard from David Duke since about 2016 or so. They brought him out of retirement so that people could, oh, look, Donald Trump, Tucker Carlson, they're Klansmen. David Duke's telling us. All of a sudden, he's a voice of credibility. They only bring David Duke out when they're scared. And that's why he's out there right now. He used to be, when Periscope was around, David Duke used to be on Periscope every day. Guys, remember that? Oh my gosh. This, it's what Rush always said. The Democrats have that old playbook. So let's see what he says here. Former Ku Klux Klan leader David Duke says President Donald Trump and Fox News host Tucker Carlson owe him credit after taking his racist ideas about white replacement to the mainstream. On Wednesday, the liberal watchdog group Media Matters shared audio clips from Duke's podcast. This is MSNBC I'm reading from, in which the former KKK Grand Wizard boasted that his own failed political campaigns inspired ideas Trump championed during his presidency. Duke says this, Trump really knows what his movement is based on. Trump had to know that I ran my campaigns primarily on the immigration issue, on fair trade issues, on the issues of preserving American culture, on stopping the replacement of European Americans, which people are all talking about now. Are Democrats this stupid to buy this crap? Donald Trump, Tucker Carlson, and David Duke do not have the same ideas. Tucker Carlson's talking about this replacement theory, which others are talking about, and he's right. And it's not what David Duke ever talked about. And what they're doing, and you see with these flights, the media are focusing in on these migrants being flown to New York because there was a story in the New York Post the other day about it. But what they're not reporting is that they're also being flown to Florida in large numbers. And the Democrats, they find local Democrat officials in these red states that will cooperate and allow them to fly in. And we got a lot of counties in Florida that Democrats run, even though this is a very strong Republican state. And the Democrats have been trying to bring Hispanics to Florida for the last few years to make this a blue state. After the hurricanes in the Caribbean, they brought shiploads, literally cruise ships filled with Puerto Ricans and with their families, and brought them to Florida. And they relocated them to the Orlando area and put them up in motels because it's a Democrat-controlled town. And they were hoping, because they're U.S. citizens, they can't vote in the presidential election in Puerto Rico. They assume these thousands and thousands. They brought 250,000 in, and this was after the hurricanes a few years back. And since they're U.S. citizens, they thought, oh, this is great. They're Hispanic, they're U.S. citizens, so they'll register to vote in Orlando, and Florida will be red. Well, they didn't like living in Orlando. Orlando's a dump, and they came from the island paradise of Puerto Rico, my favorite place in the Caribbean to visit. I love Puerto Rico. We took one of our cruises there. I've been there multiple times. I love it there. And they wanted to go back to the island paradise and left. It didn't work out for them. The Democrats are always scheming. Nothing the Democrats do is what their stated purpose is. Like what I was talking about with Nick. The reason that they're not working to stop the supply chain crisis is because, according to Mayor Pete, they've caused it. They've caused it. So there's nothing to solve. They just have to give a nod and the supply chain crisis is over. According to Mayor Pete, the Secretary of Transportation yesterday, who said if they pass this spending bill, the supply chain crisis will disappear, which tells you they're doing it on purpose. I saw an interview on TV with one of the guys at the port. They're not even working 24 hours a day out there. They're not even working 24 hours a day. There's no one working the third shift. Are you kidding me? No one wants that OT? That's got to be some big overtime. No doubt about it. All right, let me take our first break of the second hour. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Do you think you've come in contact with someone who has coronavirus? Steve Kane's wife Lori did, and she went to any lab test now of Coral Springs to find out if she has coronavirus.
So I came into contact with somebody who tested positive for COVID, and I was scared, and I needed results right away, so I went to any lab test now in Coral Springs. It was great. I didn't want to have to stay in line for 2 hours and have a swab stuck down my nose into my brain. It was very pleasant. I made an appointment. They got me in within the hour. I was out of there within 20 minutes. Thank goodness the test was negative, and I can go back to work tomorrow. They also tested me for the antibodies, and I haven't been exposed. So do what I did. Go over to any lab test now at Coral Springs. They give great rates for Steve Kane listeners, and tell them we sent you.
It's worth 15 minutes of your time to have peace of mind and know that you and your family are safe. Any lab test now of Coral Springs is located at 955 North University Drive on the southeast corner of University and Ramblewood near the Coral Square Mall. You can call them at 954-906-5983. 954-906-5983. Any lab test now of Boca is in the Sandalfoot Plaza, where the Western Beef is, south of Palmetto Park Road and north of Hillsboro. Call them at 561-237-5009. 561-237-5009. Make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio.
Hi, Brian Craig here. I'm in studio with my wife, Kathy, and she's here to tell you about her experience with the MyPillow mattress topper.
Well, as you know, Brian, I was waking up in pain almost every morning for years and years, and we had bought a new mattress not that long ago, but it still was not doing the trick. So I said to you, let's get the MyPillow mattress topper, and let's see if it helps or makes any kind of a difference. And I have to tell you, after sleeping on it just one night, I woke up no pain. I felt incredible. It made a huge, huge difference for me. And the pain has not returned.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Now go to MyPillow.com and order your MyPillow mattress topper and do what Kathy and I did. Use the promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. And this is an incredible deal because with the promo code KANE, you will save 30% off the MyPillow mattress topper and get 2 free MyPillows. But you've got to use the promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. It comes in every size too, from twin all the way up to California King. That's promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at MyPillow.com.
This is Scott from Cut My Kilowatts. Give me a call today to save up to 50% on your insulation and radiant barrier, and up to 35% on your electric bill. That's 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWNN.
All right, we are back. And Scott from Cut My Kilowatts with the Radiant Barrier, reducing your electric bill each and every month forever. No matter where you are in the state of Florida, he can help you. And now that the weather's not quite as hot, it cuts down on his labor cost because his workers can get up in that attic and work longer in the attic without having to get out because of the heat as fast. And he passes that savings on to you. So no matter where you are in Florida, from the Panhandle to Key West, give Scott at Cut My Kilowatts a call, 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500. All right, our number, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. Let's go to Richie the bus driver. Hey, Richie.
Yeah, good morning. Blanket amnesty is in this bill. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And for everybody out there that doesn't know what that is, that means everybody who's crossed this border up to now that are in this country are going to get a free field towards citizenship.
Correct.
Now, if you don't think this is on purpose, and this stinking thing that with this $1.9 trillion, now the liberals, the right wing, the left wing, are all for this. The radicals, they said they would go along with it. It's not a price tag. It's what they didn't take out of it. They just eliminated certain years of the length of the
which they'll be able to get the extension in. It's all lies. It's creative accounting.
It's all manipulation. Once again, they manipulate. These are the most dishonest people. I can't.
Well, it's obvious what this is. It's a payoff to the donor. When you look at these I talked about this yesterday. When you look at these past bills, there was always a crisis, right? The bank bailout. There was a financial crisis with the subprime loans. Last year, people weren't working because of lockdowns and shutdowns. They needed to get money. This bill, they haven't said we need to pass this because of this issue. All they say is build back better and support families, And by the way, I don't give a damn what Meghan Markle says about paid family leave. Okay? Who cares what she has to say? Go back to what does she know? She's out there trying to get involved in our politics right now.
The paid family. This is totally outrageous.
The reason we're the only country without paid family leave is because we're the #1 economy in the world. We're an economy of hardworking people, not people on siesta all the time.
No, this is beyond belief. And there was another thing. I don't know. I watch the 5 every day, and they cut into Biden for his Build Back Better speech. Now, they don't give President Trump time of day with his rallies, right? But they purposely cut the 5 off to go in to listen to his Build Back Better crap. And he talked for 20 minutes about his childhood again.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and they cut away, and they said 20 minutes of talking about when he was a little boy going over a river on a pipe.
See, what that's about, okay? Let me tell you what that's about. It's about like Alzheimer's. When people have age-related dementia issues, they remember the past, and when he blanks out, like I didn't see this, but this is just my opinion based on you telling me, he blanks out and doesn't know what to say, so he goes back into these old childhood things that he remembers clearly. It's part of dementia to fill in that gap, so he's not blanked out with nothing to say.
Okay, I don't agree with that, and I'll tell you why. He didn't have a teleprompter, I don't believe, or he didn't even look at it. He actually was fluent, like you would say, there's nothing wrong with this guy. He spoke for 20 minutes about his past, his childhood and everything, his father, his mother, and all this stuff. He did it the other day again. I think it's to rehabilitate this bum, because he's got a 37% rating in the polls, and they're trying to make him look like good old Uncle Joe again, and they're letting him go with it. I don't think it has anything. He got away from politics to talk to people like good old, like I remember Jimmy Carter when they had the big crisis. He was in the sweater, and he says you're gonna have to turn your heat down and wear sweaters in the house. I mean, this is the new norm.
Well, when Mayor Pete is telling us no Christmas presents, and then Kamala's coming in with her fake surprise party accepting presents, these people do not care about public opinion. They don't care, Richie.
No, I know they don't. Pete, listen, Mayor Pete, by what he said, what does that have to do with the supply chain? I would like to.
Well, because it's obvious they've caused it on purpose. Is the only conclusion I can come to.
You nailed it. This whole thing. Let me tell you something. It's getting pretty pathetic. I mean, you go to the supermarket. I mean, even here you start to see things that you wouldn't normally see. I mean, they have a lot of empty spaces in Publix. They're filling it with other items. You got stuff that you say you don't have this. No,
what are they running out of at your Publix?
Actually, believe it or not, the toilet paper and the paper towels are not filled in like they normally.
Oh my goodness! The panic TP buying's begun again.
They're stretched out. There's a pump. I don't think there's any pumpkin. I mean, it's like. And you see loads of pumpkins. Do you see pumpkins around lately?
Well, I don't go to the grocery store. We do the DoorDash, the delivery.
You see any pumpkins in the yards of people this year?
Well, I think that's because people don't want trick-or-treaters coming to their house. We don't want trick-or-treaters this year. Do you want trick-or-treaters?
No, but the thing is, of course, of COVID. I mean, that was big. But the pumpkins in this, you used to see a lot of. You drive by and you see private people selling.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like the pumpkin patches. Yeah, there's fewer pumpkin patches. Yeah, I was telling my wife, we were thinking about it. I said, you know, I can stand on the front porch and toss the candy out at the sidewalk to the kids.
Everybody with this crap going on. I'm sorry. I had the third shot, by the way.
Oh, really? You got the booster? When'd you get it?
Here's the deal. If you tell them the booster is already coming now, Moderna.
So which one are you a Moderna person? How long ago did you get the third shot?
3 days. What?
Any side effects like the?
I got it on Friday, and I was okay till Friday night when my arms started to hurt a little bit, and then when I woke up Saturday, I dragged all day. My bones ached. I felt like I was coming down with something. 6 o'clock at night, I was flying again, and now I'm good.
No, okay.
Shot. Because I said I was immune compromised. I had a little fib there because the doctor had told one of my neighbors who's a heart patient. I hate to go through all this, but he said that if you get the full shot, it's not going to hurt you any. It's going to help you.
Well, I don't know. Okay. Hey, Richie, I gotta move on, but thanks for the call. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name?
Good morning, Brian. How are you?
All right, Andrea. What's going on?
I think Mayor Pete is doing his job. I think he's doing exactly what he got paid to do, which is nothing.
Yeah.
Anything. He's not. This is. I've been saying this for a while now. Like, this is intentional. This is 100% intentional. It's the regime holding the country hostage. And here's the thing. We have to hold the line. Like, right now, we have to hold the line. Because this happens in every country that they want to institute communism or socialism. They just keep applying the pressure, the pressure, the pressure.
Well, Mayor Pete screwed up yesterday. He said if they pass the bill, the supply chain crisis will be over. What in that bill is going to solve the, so they must have done this on purpose if they can stop it with the passage of the bill, because there's nothing in the bill that miraculously creates more truckers and longshoremen.
Well, it took months to get to this point. They probably started this in January, and this is actually meant to crush small businesses who, incidentally, when your items ship from the port, you're billed as soon as they leave the vendor.
Okay. So when you get your Christmas items, when you get your Halloween stuff, and it's now like Thanksgiving or Christmas, you've already paid for it. You're stuck with all this useless merch.
It's a nice.
Yeah, but I'm in business, and I was counting on my Halloween sales to be able to afford the Christmas items. Now I don't have that revenue. Oh my God! Listen. During the shutdowns last year, a lot of people talked about this, that these big tech people like Amazon have so much influence over the Democrats that they want to put small, independent, brick-and-mortar retail out of business because they can still deliver.
Look at who Biden hired to use their private trucks to come in and help clear the freight. Walmart, Amazon, all the big box stores.
Yeah. And listen, Andrea, I got to run for a break, but I'll give you the last word if you got something else to say.
Let's go, Brandon.
There you go. That's the new greeting. That's the new hello and goodbye. That's the aloha and shalom of MAGA. Let's go, Brandon. All right, listen, there's only one opening on the board, so don't go anywhere. If you're on hold, stand by. One opening at 1-888-GO-KANE-1. We'll be right back.
Open enrollment is here. This is the one time of year you can make changes to your Medicare plan. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080, and have her review your Medicare plan, 954-753-8080.
Brian Craig here. Advertising on The Steve Kane Show works. This is Scott, one of our sponsors from Cut My Kilowatts, talking about his experience advertising on The Steve Kane Radio Show. Hey, Scott, how are you?
I am doing great, and Brian, I gotta tell you, I am on 3 radio stations, and you guys are doing better than any of the other 2.
That's amazing.
Getting new clients. It's amazing. It's been amazing. We did a lady from your show yesterday, and she wants to come in there tomorrow morning with us and tell everybody about it. And so we did her home yesterday, and then a gentleman, Darcy, just called in today and booked an appointment for next Friday. So it's been going wonderful. You've just gone above and beyond my wildest expense. For all the great help with getting you the...
Well, that's what we like to hear. You hear that, guys? He's advertising on 3 radio stations, and we're doing better for him than the other ones. That's right. That's the Steve Kane Show right here. That makes me feel good. Oh, man. Increase your company's business. Advertise on Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. Call me directly or Steve Kane, 888-465-2631. Leave a message, and I'll get back to you. 888-465-2631. And we'll be hearing about you and your business on The Steve Kane Show.
Attention seniors, have you protected you and your family from financial ruin? You are invited to attend Attorney Barry Siegel's free Medicaid planning workshop. Make sure you and your family are properly protected from financial ruin. Learn how planning ahead can protect you from running out of money before you run out of life. Learn how to avoid being forced to spend down your assets. Learn how to avoid nursing home seizure of your assets. Learn how Medicaid can pay for your nursing home and home care expenses, and much more. This free workshop with Attorney Barry Siegel is Tuesday, October 26th at 2 p.m.
Welcome, everyone. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Everyone, please like the video. And, a great way to support the program, buy something at MyPillow with promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout. During the next break, I'm going to talk about MyPillow. Here we go.
352-3782. Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search.
All right, we're back. 32 minutes after the hour. I'm Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show. We have a full board of calls, so let's go. You're on the radio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you're on the radio. Go ahead.
I was just answering your question.
Which question was that? I've asked a few.
Is there a minute, so I forgot what y'all were talking about because I stayed on line so long.
Oh, you were on hold so long you forgot what you called about? Well, okay. All right. Well, try to remember and then call back, okay? If you can get through. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Let's go, Brandon.
That's right. I like that. I like that. Hey, PJ. PJ Gladnick from Newsbusters. How you doing?
Pretty good. By the way, you said that you hadn't seen any of the students from Parkland on TV yesterday. Actually, yeah, there was the obvious one was on MSNBC with Andrea Mitchell. I think you can guess who that student is.
You know, I thought when HD 4K television came into American living rooms, Andrea Mitchell would be off television. She's still on? Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And you know who the student is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What did he have to say though? I mean, you know, are they outraged that he pled guilty and there's not going to be a trial?
No, he didn't really talk about it much. He was talking about ending the filibuster. There's two things he was talking about: ending the filibuster, this a holistic approach to ending gun violence.
What does that mean? Is that like a vitamin supplement like Janet Cimarelli has over at the Festival Marketplace at AJ's? What is that? What's a holistic approach to gun control violence?
Well, holistic approach is for college students that don't know what the hell we're talking about when they want to impress their professor.
Oh.
So they put the word holistic in the title of their essay.
And the professor doesn't know what they mean either.
Yeah, nobody knows what the... Quick, just slightly off topic. You know, you're probably young for this guy, but have you ever heard of a guy, a commentator on CBS? He was really well respected. His name was Eric Severide.
No.
Okay, he was on. He was like doing commentaries all the time. And the funny thing about Eric Severide is nobody knew anything what the guy was talking about. You know, I thought maybe I'm stupid, But then I found out nobody else knew what he was talking about. They just kept him on because he sounded profound.
Oh, he uses a lot of like Mayor Pete uses a lot of words, has a good vocabulary. Yeah.
Nobody. And one other thing before I go. Today, it's the 21st, right?
It is.
It's exactly 3 months away from...
Oh, the Steve Kane Trump 2022 MAGA cruise. And, of course, PJ's coming with us. Now, PJ, the Cayman Islands got switched out for Jamaica, and we're putting together a shore excursion to those famous waterfalls there, the Dunn Falls in Jamaica.
I showed that to my wife. She was like, oh, my God. She was, like, really worried. Don't worry. I said, it's not bad. It's shallow.
Well, I'm going to climb. The thing is, I'm going to climb to the top, or at least I'm going to try. Because you can climb those waterfalls. And, we're going to have, of course, we can't go to Jamaica without having Jamaican rum. The Jamaican rum will be after the climb up the waterfall.
You said it was a really tough climb, I remember.
Yeah, but you've seen Richie. Richie looks like he can't climb up a couple of steps,
Yeah, in fact, what I'm trying to do now, watching that, I'm glad we were heads up on it. Because I noticed that when people climb up those falls, they have to form like a human chain or something.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the human chain. I might go rogue, But I'm going to bring those shoes that you wear in the water for the rocks, not go barefoot.
Out because everybody was wearing.
I don't know. Hey, I'll see you on the cruise, PJ. Take care. Yeah, and by the way, if you have, we're going 9 days on the Celebrity Equinox. And it's the Steve Kane Trump 2022 MAGA cruise. Steve is bringing a mystery lady with him that you'll see on the cruise. And it's a 9-day cruise. We leave on a Friday, come back the following Sunday on the Celebrity Equinox, which we took a cruise on before, a few cruises ago. But it's been totally remodeled and refitted since then. And it's going to be a great time. And if you want to join us, you certainly are welcome, unless you're Al the John. You're not welcome. Call our travel agent, Ian, at Cruise and Travel Depot. He'll give you all the pricing information and everything you need. 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air.
So I have a question. I was looking up something called Executive Order 13959, addressing the threat from security.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything that we're talking about?
Supply chain.
No, too complex. This is what's going on with the supply chain. Where is the problem with the supply chain? What state?
Well, pretty much all of them except for Florida.
No, not all of them. Primarily California. The vast majority, by far, of the shipping from China goes through the port of Long Beach and Los Angeles. What political party runs California?
Well, obviously the Democrats.
Yeah. So what's going on here is we've got a failure of modern Democrat lunacy, right? For example, we learned yesterday on the program, to be a truck driver in California, you got to be a member of the truck drivers union. They don't allow non-union truck drivers. So there's a shortage of truck drivers because they only allow union truck drivers. To drive a semi-truck in California can be no older than 2011. Or it can't be used. So, and there's other problems too. The Democrats, Newsom and the Democrats out there have caused this due to all of this stupid green crap and union business they got going on. That's the problem. It's not executive order or whatever number. No. Mm-mm.
All right, and then one more thing. So I woke up this morning and
here we go.
I follow this Marine sergeant on TikTok, and he posted something making a claim that a group of Afghan refugees that are here in America now sexually assaulted one of our female military.
That's correct. At one of a bunch of the Afghan refugees were sent to an army post. I can't remember which one. This story is about 2 weeks old, and they sexually assaulted a female soldier. Absolutely. Yeah, that happened. There's no media coverage. It's a cover-up. You know, the media, they're all into Me Too, except when it's committed by somebody that's, you know, in one of the groups that they want to have a certain narrative. It got in the way of the narrative.
Assisting them destroy the country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? That's the kind of people that Biden let in. Well, while Americans are still left behind being held hostage by the Taliban. And hey, what about those American hostages held in Haiti? Where's that gone in the news? Did the Haitians release them? I don't think so. But when there's 95,000 Haitian migrants coming to the southern border, we don't want people to think that Haitians might be kidnappers in Haiti. I mean, you know, the media are disgusting.
That would be racist of us.
Exactly, even though Haitians are not a race. Hey man, take care. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name?
Good morning, Brian. How are we doing it?
Oh, speak of the devil. The newsmaker himself, Wisconsin Gary.
You know, you asked the previous question, but I'm going to add this in there right away. Let's go, Brandon. But anyways, you brought up a question about is there any ever refrigerated product? Yes, there is refrigerated product that does go across seas. It does go in a container just like a reefer trailer. And the tanks on those got to be at least 100 gallons because they got to be able to maintain for a whole week. But some of these reefer containers can be plugged in, so I don't know on a cargo container ship how those would work.
There have got to be perishable food items out there on these ships. Yeah.
The bananas out of your state of Florida more than a few times out of there. And I mean, those reefer units are running by the time they get to there, and it's basically.
Well, there's going to be millions and millions of dollars in spoiled product that people are not going to be refunded on. You know, like Florida oranges, most of them don't come from Florida; they come from elsewhere. They're shipped in, and they pick things early, but they're still going to ripen and then spoil. This is a. But you know what? If we pass the stimulus bill, Mayor Pete says the crisis will be over.
Big old 5.5 reams of paper that, you know, if anybody knows what a ream of paper is, that's what that bill is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, with everything that Richie kind of quoted on earlier, I mean, there's so much thing in there because, like, here's one, for instance. On a new car, they're going to have basically where you have to have a breathalyzer in. You got to put in that breathalyzer before you take the car. Do you really want that in your car when you pay how much for it and you don't drink? I surely can't drink, you know, so I mean, it's like, that's why, like, a lot of the truck drivers out here, they normally buy
Well, that's how they do it. Like when Obamacare, this is what I'm about to tell you is true, okay? This will sound so stupid that it couldn't be true, but when they passed Obamacare required men to pay for insurance coverage for gynecological care. And the men don't go to the gynecologist because men do not have vaginas. But the Obama administration, although these days with all the genders, you never know. But the Obama administration decided that it would be unfair that only women have to pay for a gynecologist on their policy. So men without vaginas had to pay for it too. That's crazy. That's how liberals are. We don't want to be unfair.
But see, the other thing is here, you know, under Obamacare, they said, we gotta pass it to see what's in it. Well, we already know what's kind of in it, but what the thing that I'm going to say here is, you know how Trump was in office and he was trying to get Obamacare thrown out? If they get this infrastructure bill done, I think it's going to be tied up in the courts where nothing can be overturned on it, just like Obamacare. That's what I have.
Yeah, all right. Hey, Gary, I got to run for a break, but thank you for the call. Gary always has good insight. Steve will be joining us after the top of the hour break. You got to understand, the World Series is going on, and Steve's into the World Series. So I don't follow sports, you know, but the World Series goes on, it seems like, for how long is the World, they're in the playoffs? I don't know. Steve will tell us. It goes on for weeks and weeks and weeks. And let's take our last break of the second hour of Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. My name's Brian Craig. our number 1-888-GO-CANE-1. We'll be back right after this. Now, on Friday, we welcomed a new sponsor to the Steve Kane Show, AJ's Naturals. AJ Natural is our vitamin and wellness nutraceutical shop, and AJ's Natural is located in the Festival Marketplace over there in Pompano. Now, on Friday, we spoke with Janet Simmer. Yeah, this Let's Go Brandon shirt, I pinned the link to it in the chat room there. That's on my shirt store. And the reason, and I made it so big because I want people to see this shirt no matter how far away I am. I'm going to get a couple of these myself.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
How are you doing?
Very good. I was wondering if you guys had seen the article over the weekend about the Canadian dollar store chain called Dollarama. They had gotten busted for selling hand sanitizer full of graphene oxide, a known carcinogen.
Oh, my. Oh, my gosh.
And, you know, considering that we are dousing ourselves with hand sanitizer the last year and a half, and everywhere you go you see all these off-brands popping up, you have to really be careful about what you're putting on your body all the time. Our skin absorbs everything, so it's just as important as what you put in your body. I want your listeners to know that at AJ's, of course, we carry graphene oxide-free hand sanitizer. We have paraben-free shampoos and body washes, because that's also a carcinogen found in a lot of the products on the regular shelves. And we have fluoride-free toothpaste. And that's the most important to me because I don't know if you guys know, back in the 1990s, there was a study showing that excessive fluoride in the water leads to deposits in the pineal glands, the breast tissue, and the heart, calcifies and can lead to all kinds of organ issues. Not to mention, fluoride makes us docile. Yeah. So, of course, at AJ's, we carry all these clean products for our customers and your listeners, and most importantly, we have Janet Cimarelli there giving free consultation.
We've been in business with Janet Cimarelli over a 20-year period. She was one of the first sponsors we had.
Janet introduced both Steve and myself to nutraceuticals. Now, AJ's Natural, they have two other things, Anita, over there. It's your store, so you'll know when I say, first off, all the nutraceuticals that you know and love, they have at AJ's Natural in the Festival Marketplace. And the other thing...
The lowest prices.
Well, that's the other thing. The prices over there on the shelves, I mean, are so low, it will blow your mind away. Now, AJ's Natural in the Festival Marketplace is located right across from the food court at the Festival Marketplace. And for those of you that don't know, the Festival Marketplace is immediately east of the Turnpike on the south side of Sample Road in Pompano. All right, Anita, good talking to you today. Give Janet our best, and we'll talk to either you or Janet tomorrow.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWNN.
All right, welcome back, everyone. It's 48 minutes after the hour. You're listening to the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Our number toll-free 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Okay, now yesterday, if you were listening to yesterday's show, I was talking about my blood pressure has been very, very high. And I was taking my blood pressure, very stupid. I took my blood pressure throughout the show yesterday on the air, and it was woo. And I went to the doctor yesterday, and a new doctor. They did some good. I got an EKG. Let me tell you, okay. I went to this very good doctor. I went to. I don't know what they look like because everyone's wearing a mask. Very strange, you know. I don't like that, but you know, it's what happens in a medical office these days, I guess. And it was a little, actually, a frightening experience. Very frightening experience I had. This is. So I go in, the nurse takes my blood pressure and won't tell me what it is. She says, "Oh, the doctor will be in here shortly." The doctor comes in and took my blood pressure in the other arm. She says, "Which arm did the nurse take?" I said, "This one." She said, "Let me take it in your right arm." So the doctor takes my blood pressure, doesn't say anything, and won't tell me what it is, and says to me, "Okay, we're going to give you an EKG." And she said the EKG girl will be in here. So the EKG girl comes in and takes the EKG. She won't tell me anything. By the time I found out what my blood pressure was, it was like 20 minutes. I got to tell you, I was like freaking out. I thought, with the way she was acting, that she had gotten like some really bad numbers on my blood pressure and was doing the EKG and was going to come back in and tell me we're calling an ambulance for you. But I'm okay. I got some new prescriptions, and everything's under control now. But my goodness. Scary. I mean, just, ugh. But I know a lot of you have health problems and deal with this all the time. I'm a healthy person and don't deal with health scares like that very often, personally, not myself, on my own body. So maybe but I mean, they were scaring the hell out. I don't know why they wouldn't tell me my my BP, but they didn't. All right, well, guys, welcome back. A lot going on. Now, I talked about this at 6. I want to recap it now. President Trump announced last night his very own social media platform. And this is a huge deal. And we're going to talk more about that as the show goes on today. I'll recap some of the things I talked about, but it's called Truth Social. Truth Social. It's going to be available to everyone at the beginning of the year. He has partnered up with a major tech company, and the company it is connected with a publicly held company. And it's a whole media operation that Trump has put together. And the company has already been valued at $1.7 billion with a B before it's even available. And right now, you can pre-order it. It's free, but you can pre-order it for free in the Apple App Store. And soon in the Google Play Store. And this is very significant because Tim Cook, liberal Tim Cook, and Apple had to sign off on that for President Trump's own personal social media app to be in there. So that to me tells me that Apple thinks he's going to not only run and get the nomination in 2024, but they believe that there's a good chance he's going to win, or they wouldn't be cooperating with President Trump. And if you go to the Apple App Store, you can find it in the App Store right now, Truth, like you can't handle the truth, Truth Social. And you'll see in there screenshots of the actual app. And it looks a lot like Twitter, and it operates like Twitter, which is not a surprise because President Trump loves the Twitter. Yeah, I pre-ordered it on my iPad and my iPhone. And but to me, the way it's formatted, it's easier on the eyes than Twitter. The fonts and everything, it's really well done. And President Trump he's working with top tech people on this. And it starts beta testing next month, but then at the beginning of the year, it's going to be available to all of us. And of course, I'm going to be there. I'm going to get Steve Kane on it. Steve Kane is, we have a Steve Kane Facebook group, but I'm going to get Steve Kane on the Trump social media app at the beginning of the year and introduce him. He's got an iPhone. He might as well use it. And we'll get Steve hooked up with the this app too. But this is a big game changer because Apple signing off on it already, knowing everything about Trump's connection. He's running the company. Trump's the head of the company. So for Tim Cook and Apple to allow this, remember they took off Parler, and Gitter had to go through a bunch of hoops. Parler got back in, but they had to go through hoops. Okay, so and look at what Mike Lindell had to deal with Frank's speech. They took his servers away from him. Remember that? For Apple to approve of the Donald Trump social media app is amazing. And now we're going to hear from President Trump all day, every day, in real time, commenting on everything that we're suffering through. So this is just a huge news day with this. I mean, I'm very excited about it, and you should be too. All right, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. That's our number, toll free. 1-888-465-2631. Good morning. You're on the radio. Good morning. Once, twice. Oh, I was just hanging up. All right. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning, Brian. I just wanted to mention that the app Radio L-Wide, where we usually your shows, it's not any longer with us.
No, they didn't. The online internet feed on the apps is not working right now. Like on iHeartRadio, has not been working this morning. So it's all of them.
Your high blood pressure, I strongly suggest as a sister listener to please slow down on the 4. I don't know what you put in your...
4 shots of espresso every morning. 4 shots of espresso.
No, well, you have to do at least one just for a couple of weeks so that your blood pressure gets back to normal.
You know, I started, when I got out of high school, I started working full-time at 18, and that's when I started drinking coffee. And I'm addicted to coffee like Hunter is to crack and hookers. I've tried everything to give up coffee. I have. If there was a coffee rehab, I'd get into it.
Well, put the word coffee on a mug and still look at the word coffee. Be a little veggie juice or something that. Yeah,
I know. It's a bad addiction. Okay, well, I appreciate it. I know. Everyone wants me to give up coffee. I wish I could give up coffee. You know, I've tried. When I try to give up coffee, I get massive migraines and, you know, the withdrawals. And I know people say, you gotta get. Well, it's easy to go through withdrawals when you don't have to be up and on the air at 6 a.m. If I gave up coffee, and the few times I've tried it, I would be on the air, not only with migraine headaches, but I would be in La La Land. I've tried it a few times, and it's never worked. Never worked. Even sometimes on the weekends, I'm like freaked out when I start drinking coffee on the weekends at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Now listen, the supply chain crisis that's going on is hitting a lot of places, no doubt about that, but it will not hit the great Mike Lindell at MyPillow. And it's Christmas shopping season, and there's an incredible. I'm recommending my favorite combo gift at mypillow.com, but there's an incredible deal going on right now with the mattress topper. Listen to this. The MyPillow mattress topper, this is the 3-inch mattress topper. The 3-inch mattress topper, this is the thickest mattress topper that Mike Lindell makes. The MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper with the promo code KANE at checkout, KANE, 30% off, and you get 2 free MyPillows with it. This is the 3-inch mattress topper, which is the one I have. They have them in stock right now for every size mattress. Makes a great Christmas gift. And as a combo to go with that, if you get, which Mike Lindell calls the sale of the year, on the MyPillow 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets, buy 1 set of sheets, get a 2nd set free. You give as a gift to anyone in your gift-giving list the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper. You get 30% off. They get 2 MyPillows with it, and the 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets. That's a gift that they will remember for years to come. And one of our listeners left a comment on YouTube about their MyPillow 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets. John R. Bach, this was early this morning. He wrote this. He says, I got my new MyPillow sheets yesterday. I made the bed and slept like a baby. I have bad sleep apnea, and it helped the apnea too. That's amazing. That's amazing. So go to mypillow.com. On the MyPillow sheets, buy 1 set, get a 2nd set free. And the big announcement, 30% off on the MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper, the thickest mattress topper that Mike Lindell makes. 30% off and 2 free MyPillows with that. Promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name?
Hey, Jose, Brian. I just wanted to tell you, you cracked me up when you compared your coffee to Hunter Biden's crack addiction and hookers. That was great.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Nothing. This is not the Glenn Beck show. Everything is spontaneous. We don't have writers like Glenn Beck.
Oh, that was funny. I was driving. I almost crashed.
It's true. I've tried.
Listen, is there any way we can have the military?
No. Because first off, then Joe Biden. This is what we found out. We talked about this a lot yesterday. Wisconsin Gary, who's a truck driver, called in yesterday. I did not know this until yesterday. In California, they only allow unionized truck drivers to drive in California. So there's not a shortage of truck drivers. There's a shortage of unionized truck drivers. And if Newsom would lift this stupid... And by the way, you can't have a truck that was built before 2011 on the road either. Can you imagine? If Newsom would say during this crisis, or even Biden or Mayor Pete, would say during this crisis, Owner-operator independent truck drivers are welcome in California during this crisis. It'd be over tomorrow. And I saw one interview at one of the ports. I don't know if this was L.A. or Long Beach, which one it was, but they're not even working a third shift at the port. They're only working 2 shifts. They're not doing the third shift.
You know what's crazy, Brian, is like I believe like in the 20s or 30s, maybe the 40s, even the 50s. Unions might have been a good thing, but they're not good anymore.
Well, we're in the 20s again. This is the 20s again.
Yeah, it's like the reason they unionize is so they wouldn't get unfair practices against them. All the regulations that we have now with all big businesses, that takes care of all that with women being promoted.
Well, what the unions did 100 years ago is when all the workplaces got electric lights, the hours got increased. They could work 24 hours a day, and there were some other things too, but that was the main thing. Yeah, so I get it, but that was 100 years ago.
Right now, all the money that went to the teachers' unions, what do you think they're going to do with all those billions of dollars? They're going to
take vacations. Take vacations.
Yeah, that too, but it's like a washing machine. It's like what they're going to do with it is they're going to pour it back into re-election.
It's money laundering. It's legal money laundering. Okay, the union, the truck drivers union, the teachers union, they donate as much money as they're allowed to by law to candidates, and then this bill pays them back 100,000 times over.
How much did the teachers union get during COVID? Like how many?
I don't know. A number larger than I could comprehend. We don't want to know. It's so big. But you're right. Yeah, it's a money laundering operation.
I'll tell you, look, Brian, I'm 60 years old. I don't know how old you are. I met you, by the way. I've spoken to you a couple of times. I'm good friends with conservative Dougie.
Well, where'd you meet me at?
He's a good guy. Like, I go, Dougie, pick it up, man. Come on, man.
She's a strange guy. Oh, so you're a friend of Doug's and you think he's a boring snoozer. Where did I meet you?
I met you at Wings Plus.
Oh, on Sample Road in Coral Springs.
I took a picture with me, you, and Dougie. I don't know what I did with it, but it was me. It was like a phone, like a selfie or something. It was me, you, and Doug, and we were at Wings Plus, and we were watching the inauguration. I believe it was the inauguration. I don't even.
Oh yeah, that was our Bye Bye Bama Bash, the day of Trump's inauguration. Yeah, at Wings Plus. Yeah.
Exactly. You and Steve were there. I did not meet Steve. I met you. You were very cool to me. Very nice guy. Took a picture and everything. But God, I forgot now what I was gonna say. Something with oh gosh, I completely.
No, now Doug's gonna tell you this is what happens. This is what you get for making fun of him. You forgot what you were gonna say. Hey, listen, I gotta run, but hey, thanks for the call. All right. And by the way, Wings Plus, Sample Road, mile west of University, south side of Sample, best wings anywhere, and it's a place where you can wear your MAGA gear and you don't have any worries, if you know what I mean, right? I don't wear Trump gear at other restaurants, only Wings Plus. All right, we're going to take our break for the top of the hour. Steve Kane will be joining us after this. Don't go anywhere.
We've got you covered. AM 1470, FM 95.3, 96.9. South Florida's FM Money Talk Radio Network. WWNN, Pompano Beach.
Seniors, open enrollment is here. This is the one time of year you can make changes to your Medicare plan. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080, and have her review your Medicare plan, 954-753-8080.
Traveling and need a COVID test? Maybe you need a COVID test for work or school. Stop by Any Lab Test Now of Boca or Any Lab Test Now of Coral Springs.
Not enough coffee in the Keurig coffee. I've tried it. I've tried it. Not enough caffeine in that.
Boca is located in the Sandalfoot Plaza, where Western Beef is, south of Palmetto Park Road and north of Hillsborough on the east side of 441 State Road 7. Call 561-237-5009. Any Lab Test Now of Coral Springs is located on the southeast corner of University Drive in Ramblewood, near the Coral Square Mall in Coral Springs. Call 954-906-5983. Make sure to tell them you heard about them on the Steve Kane Show.
Attention seniors, have you protected you and your family from financial ruin? You are invited to attend Attorney Barry Siegel's free Medicaid planning workshop. Make sure you and your family are properly protected from financial ruin. Learn how planning ahead can protect you from running out of money before you run out of life. Learn how to avoid being forced to spend down your assets. Learn how to avoid nursing home seizure of your assets. Learn how Medicaid can pay for your nursing home and home care expenses, and much more. This free workshop with Attorney Barry Siegel is Tuesday, October 26th at 2 p.m. at the South County Civic Center in Delray.
String T. T doesn't work.
So reserve your seat for this free estate planning workshop. Call 1-855-FLA-ESTATE. That's 855-352-3782. 855-352-3782.
You are listening to South Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. To call the show toll free, dial 1-888-GO-GAIN-1. That's 1-888-GO-GAIN-1. Now.
All right, third hour has begun. I'm Brian. Steve, you joining us? You with us? All right, you sound like you are. Now, before we get started back on the issues, got to take a moment to tell everyone about Champagne Automotive Repair in Boca. And, you know, I remember my grandmother used to tell me all the time when I was a kid, you have champagne taste with a beer pocketbook. Well, she's probably right. But Champagne Automotive, their prices are the beer prices, not the champagne prices. Their prices are out of this world low, and they will never do a repair on your vehicle that your car does not need. And I want to give this example, which just really says it all. Steve, you sent Tyler with his car to one of those big places, the national places, and they looked over, you know, when you go, no, I don't want to name it. But you go to these places and you meet with a guy, you meet with a girl, she looks over the car and gives you a printout of the work your car needs. That's not an auto mechanic. That's a salesman who's also, by the way, a high pressure salesman. And their job is to get you to get all the repairs and maintenance that your credit card will cover, whether or not you need them or not. All they care about is getting the credit card through. And Champagne Automotive Repair, they will never do a repair on your vehicle that your vehicle does not need. So Steve's son got a printout from the place of everything they said the car needed, and then he took the car up to Champagne Automotive in Boca, and they did a bumper-to-bumper inspection of it without seeing the printout, and told him the maintenance that the car actually needed as opposed to what the other place said. The first place told Tyler that he needed $843.12 in repairs and maintenance that the car did not need. That's insane. They're crooks is what they are. Yeah. So listen, Champagne Automotive Repair, they're in Boca. They work on every type of make and model, and we have listeners that drive over an hour each way because they're honest, which is very difficult to find in automotive repair, and their prices are incredibly affordable. Here's their number, 561-245-8101. 561-245-8101. Champagne Automotive Repair. Make sure you tell them you heard about them on the Steve Kane Show. All right, so what's going on, Steve?
This is the greatest period of my life, I gotta say. I'm really excited.
Oh, did you win the game last night?
No. The bets are going terrible, but that's not the important stuff. The important stuff is that the wheels are finally off. The emperor has no clothes. Joe Biden has become such an incredible figure of ridicule that they're never going to be able to put Humpty together again.
Yeah.
It's finished.
Oh, that's true. I did not, and Richie told me he was talking about little Joey or something when he was growing up.
It reminds me of, I don't know how many of our listeners out there are heavy-duty, serious moviegoers, but one of my favorite films of all time, Robert Altman's Nashville. You seen Nashville?
Everyone that knows you has seen Nashville because you make everybody watch it. Yeah.
Nashville, maybe
Anybody, when you meet Steve, he'll invite you to the house, and that's just a ruse to get you to watch Nashville.
You're right. My poor kids growing up, they were raised out in Nashville as little kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, Biden got up to make a speech, and it was like the scene in Nashville where the Billie Jean character, the country singer, runs into, she has a nervous breakdown on stage in the middle of her act. And that's exactly what it reminded me of, that scene from Nashville. And it's pathetic, it's sad. She starts talking about, just like Biden yesterday, starts talking about her mother and her father and rambling off.
So he got up there and he blanked out on what he was supposed to say and started rambling about little Joey.
He just lost it. I mean, he's a shell. It's over.
Yeah. Well, we got 3 more years, though.
When I say it's over, with politics, you can never tell it's over till the fat lady sings. But I think the fat lady is singing right now as we speak.
Well, you know, I was talking earlier. Trump's new social media platform that he announced last night. This is huge, and this is. But you're a little off mic, Steve. I can't. Steve and I are in different. I just told you, Steve and I are not in the same location. I don't know yet. You seem off mic to me. See, it seems like you don't have your mic in front of your mouth. You see? There you go. That's better. Now you're fine. Well, I have to. I don't like to tell you on the air, but since we're not in the same place, I got no choice. Even now, the John? I don't know about that. So no, Trump announced his new social media outlet. It's called Truth, and it's in the Apple App Store. It's going to go online at the beginning of the year, but it's available for pre-order now in the Apple App Store. And there's a lot about this that makes it a huge news story today. One, the fact that it's in the Apple App Store says a lot. That means that Tim Cook, who runs Apple, as Steve Jobs' old job, signed off on Trump. Trump runs the company. It's his company, okay? And he's partnered, and it's going to be in the Google Play Store too. So for Apple to sign off on it, that tells me that Apple thinks that not only is he running, he's going to get the nomination, will probably run, because they don't want to tick off the 45th and 47th president of the United States. So that's big. And I pre-ordered it already, so I got a sneak peek look at it, and it looks very good. It's very good. And Trump will be talking to us in real time all day like the old days on Twitter. And he partnered up, he has top... See, some of these other companies, they've had a hard time technically, even Mike Lindell, because some of the top tech people were afraid to go and work for Mike Lindell and these other apps because they would get blacklisted in the industry. You know what I mean? You know how these liberals are. And Donald Trump partnered up with a top technical company, and already the company has been valued at $1.7 billion with a B in value before it's even available for use. So so that's amazing. So that means this is the real deal. And I don't think this would be happening if Biden wasn't such a failure. There's like a calling going on for Trump to come back now, like we didn't have before.
It's so beautiful. All the corruption comes back to bite Biden.
Yeah.
Because he has this unholy relationship with the unions. And the unions are at the source of all the problems here, and he can't play tough with the unions because the unions, I'm talking about Biden now, he can't play tough with the unions because the unions are his sacred cow. They're his, his buddies.
Well, yesterday, I was talking about this earlier, Mayor Pete said yesterday something that makes it sound as if the supply chain crisis is manufactured by Biden. Mayor Pete said yesterday, if they pass this bill, the supply crisis will be over. What's the connection? Unless they've caused it and they can just stop it. I thought that was a strange thing for Pete to say.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was a very strange thing for him to say. It was like the other day when Psaki was welcoming the competition with the Chinese missile, and that was something I don't think Pete was supposed to say on TV. You okay, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed the call for that. What time was the game over?
Show's over. I fell asleep during the game.
You'll be up by 9. Okay. It's only 44 minutes from now. But no, Mayor Pete, I think he slipped and said that publicly yesterday. But this new social media app, not only has Trump partnered up with a major tech company that have built it, and it looks beautiful, he's partnered up with some movie and television show people that are putting together the video angle of it for him. So he is going to be able to comment on everything going on in the news in real time, like when he was on Twitter back in those days, and that's going to change everything. It really is going to have a big change on everything, because there's been a void with Trump not around. There's been a void for quite some time because he's been locked out by them, and now with his new app coming, he won't be locked out anymore. And Trump did something. He released a statement last night with this. And this is not a place just for Trump people to go. He made a big deal that he wants people he said it's a big tent. No matter what your political beliefs are, come on and join. And that's, well, because the other ones are telling people not to be a part of it. We don't want you here because we don't like your opinions. And he's welcoming everyone. And Apple signing off on it, as liberal as they are, that is so significant. I don't think people realize. Now listen, we're going to take our break. Our number, toll free, if you'd like to call in, 1-888-GO-CANE 1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. We'll be back right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Hi, Brian Craig here. I'm in studio with my wife, Kathy, and she's here to tell you about her experience with the MyPillow mattress topper.
Well, as you know, Brian, I was waking up in pain almost every...
My iPad decided to update to the new operating system during the show. It looks all right, though.
Let's get the MyPillow mattress topper, and let's see if it helps or makes any kind of a difference. And I have to tell you, after sleeping on it just one night, I woke up, no pain, I felt incredible. It made a huge difference for me. And the pain has not returned.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Now go to MyPillow.com and order your MyPillow mattress topper and do what Kathy and I did. Use the promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. This is an incredible deal because with the promo code KANE, you will save 30% off the MyPillow mattress topper and get 2 free MyPillows. But you've got to use the promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. It comes in every size too, from twin all the way up to California King. That's promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at MyPillow.com.
Hi, my name is Tom Laporta, the owner of Laporta Contracting, Roofing, and Restoration. We have been in the roofing and construction industry since 1982. We are state of Florida certified roofing and general contractors focusing on residential and commercial roofing, impact windows, and building restoration. The 2021 hurricane season is upon us. If you have noticed any water stains on your ceiling, or if your roof is older than 15 years, you will want to call us to come out and evaluate your roof. Our services run from minor repairs to complete new roof systems. We install every kind of roof, from regular asphalt shingles, clay or concrete tiles, standing metal seam, wood shakes, and slate tile systems. Call us at 954-604-4602 for a free home inspection and estimate. Again, that number is 954-604-4602.
Traveling and need a COVID test? Maybe you need a COVID test for work or school.
Stop by any lab test now of Boca or any lab test now of Coral Springs. They offer all the COVID testing panels you need at the lowest prices, including the antibody test. Results in 15 minutes. Any lab test now of Boca is located in the Sandalfoot Plaza, where Western Beef is, south of Palmetto Park Road and north of Hillsboro on the east side of 441 State Road 7. Call 561-237-5009. Any lab test now of Coral Springs is located on the southeast corner of University Drive in Ramblewood, near the Coral Square Mall in Coral Springs. Call 954-906-5983. Make sure to tell them you heard about them on the Steve Kane Show. Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WW.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back. I'm Brian Steve here. Oh, I got to tell you guys, I meant to mention this in the last hour when I forgot. I went to the doctor yesterday for my blood pressure, new doctor. And some of you know this. A lot of you probably don't. I do not have health insurance because of what Obamacare did. Health insurance for someone my age, I'm self-insured, and not by choice. It's Obama because those deductibles are so high. I would have to pay thousands of dollars a year before I had 1 cent of coverage. So when I went to the doctor yesterday and got an EKG, I paid for that out of pocket. But anyway, the doctors, first time seeing this doctor, and she said, "Oh, I need you to go get labs." I already had them on my phone from Any Lab Test Now of Boca. And I had a full workup, and she said to me, "Wow, this is a lot." She said, "You paid for this out of pocket?" And I said, "Well, I went to Any Lab Test Now of Boca down the street, and I told her, the doctor, what they charged for the test." She couldn't believe it. She's going to start sending her patients over there. You know, they do every test you need, they do over at Any Lab Test Now of Boca and Coral Springs. They guarantee the lowest price on all of their thousands of tests, and that's how and I'll tell you, my wife and daughter go over there for their test. My wife went over there for a test the other day. She was in and out in 5 minutes. I'm not kidding. Okay? You'll be in and out in 15 minutes or less, and their prices are out of this world low. Now listen, there's lots of Any Lab Test Nows around, but these are the only two locations advertising on the Steve Kane Show. So, you know, use these two. Any Lab Test Now of Boca, where I typically go, is in the Sandalfoot Plaza, where the Western Beef is, south of Palmetto and north of Hillsboro on the east side of State Road 7, 441. Any Lab Test Now of Coral Springs, that's where Steve and his family typically go. They're located on the southeast corner of University and Ramblewood over by the Coral Square Mall. Both locations open Monday through Saturday. All right. Yeah.
Your announcement about Trump, I was kind of disappointed because you left out the biggest story of the day as far as the internet goes, and that is you have redone the SteveKaneShow.com website.
Oh, you've finally seen it, Steve?
And it is magnificent. You're not quite complete yet.
No, I'm not done with it. No, I'm not done with it yet.
You got the sponsor page.
Well, I'm using the old sponsor page from the old website right now. I'm going to make the new sponsor page, which I'm not a computer guy. I don't build websites, so it takes me a little longer, than some. But I think I did a pretty good job. It's the first made website I've really done. I thought it came out pretty good. Now, I'll tell people something behind the scenes, okay? And you'll see I've got some pictures of me and Steve up there with a little bio. My bio's short because I wrote the bios and I felt stupid writing my own bio, but Steve's a little longer. But there's a picture of Steve, and I told you where that picture was taken, right, Steve? You remember where the picture was taken? There's a picture of you on the new SteveKaneShow.com website with your bio next to you. And it's you standing with your arms crossed. In that picture, I cropped that part of it out because but Steve is standing in front of his crypt at the Gardens Memorial Chapel mausoleum, where Steve will spend eternity when he passes on. Yeah.
We had to do personal live spots for his.
Yeah. If his funeral plot. Yeah, right to Steve's left in that picture, I cropped it out for the picture, is you see Steve's name and his birth date and the death date. They're just waiting to fill that in. But that's in front of Steve's crypt at the mausoleum. It's a good picture. I think it's a good picture. I don't care if it's in the mausoleum or not. I think it's a good picture. Yeah. The one of me is at the car wash. I'm not as fancy as Steve, but I know it's kind of weird, isn't it? It's kind of weird, but it's a very good picture, and the picture is recent too. That's not that old. But let me read it. Trump released a statement on his social media app, and what he said a lot, but it's all good stuff. I tell you, I am so excited. Let me read this to you. I got to pull it up. Trump said this, okay. President Trump announced on Wednesday the upcoming launch. This is in The Hill I'm reading from. President Trump on Wednesday announced the upcoming launch of his own social media network called Truth Social. And this is what Trump said in his statement. I created Truth Social to stand up to the tyranny of big tech. We live in a world where the Taliban has a huge presence on Twitter, yet your favorite American president has been silenced. This is unacceptable. And yeah, that's right. And then he goes on about the big tent. He's fighting big tech with the big tent, inviting everyone, regardless of their background and political philosophy and beliefs, to join. But hey, make a case for the Taliban that's hanging people from our helicopters and flying them over Kabul. How can they be on Twitter, but President Trump can't? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. All right, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. That's our number. 1-888. Yeah, I'm going to do that now. 1-888-465-2631. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Hi, it's Jessica, the Democrat.
Hey, Jessica.
Jessica, what's up?
Hi. I was calling about the thing about the supply chain. I think you're right about them holding that up. Did I hear him right when he said that some parts of the country aren't having supply chain issues or something?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear Biden say that, or I?
Yeah, places like Florida that's run by Republicans.
Well, no, Delaware also has no supply chain.
Well, I wonder why that is. Is it because that's where he lives?
My mind. What's that?
That's because that's where Biden spends the weekends. That's where he lives.
Right, that's what crossed my mind. I was wondering if we were the ones with the supply chain and we'd have to get it out or something. It crossed my mind if they had done that on purpose.
Oh, you're in Delaware. You're in Delaware?
Correct. Remember?
Okay. Well, I don't remember where everyone's from that calls the show.
I was telling you I live in Biden's state.
Oh, yeah. Well, Biden can't let Delaware suffer. That would affect his friends and family that live there. Doesn't his brother live there?
I thought his brother lives in Florida.
Oh my goodness. God help us.
All right, that's all I want.
All right, take care. So Delaware's been excluded because Biden lives there. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know, I saw a guy, Steve, interviewed from the port out in California. They're not working the third shift. They're only doing 2 shifts out there. I mean, how the hell can they not work the third shift when there's food rotting on these freighters? I mean, what the hell? I mean, I know Buttigieg has a documentary coming out about him in a couple weeks, and he's getting ready for the tour to promote the film. But you know, sorry to inconvenience this.
What a nincompoop.
Well, he certainly doesn't care about public opinion. I mean, Buttigieg, I'm talking about. I mean, this guy, he just doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Get it up as they go along, and the reason I'm so excited about this, and again, it's a little premature. I don't want to, it's never, with these Democrats and the corruption, it's never over till it's really over. So, but it's looking good, and it's looking like there's finally going to be consequences. The system is working. It's broken down. They've been taking into
what consequences?
What consequences? Biden's going to be totally powerless now. You know that, right?
Yes, that's why he can't pass the bill.
Exactly right. And it shows that this is a test. This is how I view it.
That link is to this shirt if you want to buy it. It's at my shirt store.
Are the American people so gullible that the corruption and the corrupt forces around them can get away with anything? Or is the system built to self-correct, which is how it's turning out? People are starting to see what's really going on. It was so tough. I mean, it took a while. I will say. But now you can see, you're following the results. You're getting into the latest polls in Virginia.
Oh yeah, he's. Oh yeah, yeah. The Republican is how far ahead is he now? Oh, that's ahead. If you're dead even in Virginia, that means you're ahead. If you're a Republican, that means that yeah. See, the Republican in Virginia historically should be way behind. And for this to actually be a race, I don't know if he's going to win or not. I don't know enough. And Terry McAuliffe's pretty scummy. But I don't know if the Republican's going to win. But for it to be a competition, that's very unusual. It really is. Good morning. You're on the radio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Steve, good morning, you both of you. Great show. And I'm so proud of Donald Trump. Oh my God, President Trump, excuse me. Steve, you're right on the nail what you just said. It's a test, and the people have seen it, and now we're moving forward. I mean, you're very good, Steve. You're right on the nail. Brian, you're good too. But
well, it was right on this one, that's for sure.
Yes, right on this one. What I see right now is just I'm 15. I'll be 59 next month, and I remember growing up in the Carter era and how my family was so like, and I didn't understand. Then I understood in Reagan, but right now I just can't believe what's going on.
See, Biden's worse than Carter because Carter wasn't corrupt like this. This guy's incompetent and corrupt and feeble and out of and the cognitive decline. I mean, Carter, we'd be lucky to have Carter right now compared to this guy.
Oh, any day.
It just baffles me that there's still people that think that, I have a neighbor right now. Oh, he's doing a great job. I'm like, what?
Well, that's the people that say that aren't paying attention.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The problem is there's a big swath. That's a great word. A big swath of voters in the country that doesn't really follow what's going on. I see polls that show, to this day, I can find polls that show Biden
but Trump. Well, he. That's what happens when you stay up for the World Series. Well, Biden is in. This is a very historic thing poll wise, and I don't. It's complicated, and a lot of people may not understand what I'm communicating here because I may not be communicating this well. But he is in a negative approval rating, and all the major polls, his disapproval is higher than his approval, and the average is he's 8 to 9 points in the negative on his approval rating because his disapprovals are so high, and this is unheard of.
Attention.
Yeah.
Finally seeing what's going on, and it's been a struggle to make them aware. But
he has a negative approval rating, which is historically unheard of.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But Steve, you hit it on the nail. What you just said.
Well, that's good. Well, on that compliment, we're going to move on because we got to take a break. But thanks for calling. I appreciate it. We're late for the break. Because she was complimenting you. Now, see, we're late.
Of the public.
Well, you can do that during the break. All right? Do that during the break. We'll be right back.
Did you know there's a 25% chance that you will develop a foot ulcer at some point in your life? And foot ulcers, when you have diabetes, can lead to severe health consequences up to and including amputation. Now, Medicare recognizes the importance of preventative foot care and has provided coverage for those of you who are at-risk patients. I want to introduce you to my good friends at the Sole Authority. At the Sole Authority, at little or no cost, you can receive your very own pair of therapeutic shoes made specially for diabetics. You're probably not aware, but as a diabetic Medicare recipient, you are entitled to one pair of high-quality diabetic shoes with 3 custom inserts per year. These are not the ugly Frankenstein shoes. These are name brand shoes. They're stylish. They'll provide you with the extra width and extra depth to stop diabetic foot problems before they begin. Oftentimes, amputation due to diabetes is preventable, and one of the preventable measures that is most effective is wearing the proper shoes. Call the Sole Authority at 954-597-7060 or online at thesoleauthority.com. That's THESOLE authority.com. Tell them Steve Kane sent you.
Attention seniors, have you protected you and your family from financial ruin? You are invited to attend Attorney Barry Siegel's free Medicaid planning workshop. Make sure you and your family are properly protected from financial ruin. Learn how planning ahead can protect you from running out of money before you run out of life. Learn how to avoid being forced to spend down your assets. Learn how to avoid nursing home seizure of your assets. Learn how Medicaid can pay for your nursing home and home care expenses, and much more. This free workshop with Attorney Barry Siegel is Tuesday.
Oh, guys, I
at 2 p.m.
don't have time now, but I'm going to make a change involving my podcast. I want to tell you guys about. I'll tell you during. I'll tell you before I sign off. Remind me if I forget, because it starts tomorrow.
3782 855-352-3782.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Search for W.
Oh, Steve, I got a message from one of our listeners. They just got their MyPillow 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets, and they got the pet bed for their dog. And listen to this. Listen to this message they wrote. Listen to this. I got my new MyPillow sheets yesterday. I made the bed and slept like a baby. I have bad sleep apnea, and it helped. I wanted to get up today, but I was so comfortable. I fixed coffee and breakfast and happened to realize that my dog Levi, because they got the pet bed for the dog, was still in bed. He didn't chase the cat or bark at people at the front door. He stayed put all night in the MyPillow pet bed. And, you know, I've got two MyPillow pet beds, one in the bedroom, one in the living room, because I got, you know, the dog loves it, you know, and I just got tired of moving the bed back and forth, you know, each time. The MyPillow pet bed with the promo code Kane, $19.99. They come in multiple different colors and sizes for different size dogs.
Endorsement?
My dog does spots, as does my cat. I have videos on YouTube of my dog and my cat with the MyPillow pet bed demonstrating it. So if you go to me, I'm serious. Well, my cat, the video I made of the cat, she's laying in the middle of the pet bed, sound asleep, and you can hear my dog in the background making noises. She's pissed because the cat's in the middle of the bed. She's trying to get her to move over. So I got another one, $19.99 with the promo code Kane. But the MyPillow Giza Cotton Dream Sheets with the promo code Kane, buy one set, get another set free. And this is a big announcement on the specials, okay? This is an update to a previous special. This is huge. The MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper, which is the thickest mattress topper that Mike Lindell offers. The MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper, 30% off, and 2 free MyPillows with the promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. You can also order all these things by phone at 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Now, when Trump's new social media app launches, Steve, I'm going to get you on it. I'm going to get you on it. Yeah, you're going to get on the app. There's already a Steve Kane Facebook group, which is linked up at our website. You guys should join that and follow it. But you got to get into the social media thing. And what better way to do it than be on Trump's Truth platform? Yeah, you've got an iPhone. That's what it's for. Oh yeah. No, you'll love it. We'll get you squared away on it, because this is. I don't think people realize what this is. You know, you were talking about the emperor has no clothes with Biden. This app, they have banished Donald Trump from every single major social media platform. Okay? And Apple threw Parler out, the conservative alternative. They're back in now, but they threw them out for a while. And this tells us that Silicon Valley is signed off on Trump's new platform. And I think they want him back. Things are so bad, they want him back. You know, some of those ships have Apple products on them. People, you know, because everything's made in China that Apple sells. You know, and what's going on here, even Biden's converting Democrats to Republican voters. Things are that bad. They are really that bad.
He's kept a low profile in recent months, and people are thirsting for his return.
Well, he talked about the problems of Colin Powell, and Meghan McCain came out and defended Colin Powell against Trump. Meghan McCain's now the defender of the dead. You know, she's been defending her father over John McCain since his passing. Now she's the defender of Colin Powell. You know, because Trump was out there. They say he was trashing Colin Powell. I think he was giving an accurate. You know, I thought we were going to get a whole week of Colin Powell. I haven't seen a casket or anything on TV.
Very quick.
I wonder why that is. I thought he'd be lying in state somewhere.
The nation is falling apart. People have other things on their mind.
Kamala did her surprise birthday party yesterday, and Biden went to it at the Capitol. You didn't see this? Kamala blew it. Oh, Kamala blew it. It was a fake surprise party, right? So Kamala walked in, and she said surprise, like to herself. She couldn't. And then they had this story that Biden showed up by surprise to the party. The President of the United States does not show up anywhere by surprise. There's a whole advance team and everything else that goes into it. And I don't know why, when they're telling us we're not going to be able to get Christmas presents, why they are giving out presents on TV to Kamala. I don't quite get it. But they're in big... I was really disappointed, though, when Manchin came out and said he's not leaving the Democrat Party. Did you
know what's going on with that?
He said it's BS. You think he might?
I think anything can happen.
You know, when that's...
He's going to become a Republican.
Independent. When that I saw that graphic on TV, I was so excited. But you know, if he goes independent, don't get too excited, because Democrats have done that before, and then they can caucus with either party of their choosing, and they usually go with the Democrats, even though they're an independent. It was Lieberman, and who was the guy years ago? I can't remember the other senator that did that a number of years ago. It was a pretty high profile. But if Manchin goes independent, he probably would still caucus with the Democrats. Well, this scam they're running with the bill, that they reduced the size of it, is the biggest lie. Did you see what they did with this? It's only down to 1.3. So what they did is they cut off the number of years that the programs cover, and then they say that's shrinking the bill. It's a big lie. It's a big scam.
It's a work in progress.
I'm starting to think they're not going to pass anything. I thought they would have passed something by now.
That's the best.
Oh, yeah.
See, all the speculation that's going on now is leaving out the question of how the squad is going to vote. The squad, if they get ticked off because they're not giving a lot of what they wanted, the squad could withhold its votes, and that would be the best, because then nothing would go through.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're going to take our last break of the day. When we come back, it'll be time for the Gold Report. We'll take some more calls. Our number, 1-888-GO-CANE 1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call from anywhere. We'll be back right after this break.
Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire in Margate, where they have all the major brands like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely can't be beaten. Steve Kane's tires for his Toyota van at the other shops, $175 a tire.
Yeah.
At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. That's a $100 savings per tire. Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135 at the shops around town. The price at Friendly Tire, only $65. $70. That's a $70 savings per tire. These prices are out the door and on the road. Free mounting and balancing and no added charges. Friendly Tire have a great selection of good used tires too, starting at just $30 for most cars. Call my good buddy Friendly Mike at Friendly Tire. Tell him what you drive and he will give you a great low price right over the phone at 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net.
Hi folks, Dr. Matez here, now with the BioStation West Delray. At BioStation West Delray, we continue to offer the highest level of experience and care you can find in the realm of hormone pellet and hormone replacement therapies. But that's just the start. We offer a full array of age management modalities, including state-of-the-art treatments for erectile dysfunction, sexual dysfunction in women, physical and sexual rejuvenation, and quite frankly, any sign or symptom of aging that you may have.
Hey, we got you today. Oh, great. Hold on.
If this all sounds good to you, call us at 561-320-8893. That's 561-320-8893.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on radio. Just search for WWN.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve is here, and no more amateur gold reports. We have William Youngerman back with us today from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated. William Youngerman, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. How you?
Great. How the metals looking?
Metals looking good. In fact, gold building a strong base, just above $1,700. Yesterday, trading in a range from $1,767 to $1,790, and then closing out the day up $13.20 at $1,782.30. Silver doing very well, above $24 finally, and that closed up 63 cents at $24.26 the ounce. Platinum was up $9 at $1,048, while palladium fell back $34 at $2,004. This morning we've got a little bit of a rally continuing, up $1.40 on gold at $1783.60. We did try lower this morning. We saw gold trading around that $1770 number, but holding very well. Silver unchanged right now at $24.26 the ounce. Platinum down $8 at $1,040, and palladium down another $42 at $1,962. So the dollar is looking weaker, and oil is holding at $83 a barrel.
Yeah, and William Youngerman, they don't just sell the metals; they also buy them. We talk about that a lot. And I came in possession of some coins the other day that I didn't really think too much about, and I took them in on Monday and got an appraisal. And Steve, I was able to pay for that refrigerator I had to buy last week, and it was a big, pleasant surprise. So if you've got something made of the metals, take it over to William Youngerman and have them do an appraisal, and hopefully you'll be as surprised as I was. I was amazed, William Youngerman. It was a good day. It was a good day. Listen, they open up weekdays at 10 a.m. over there, located at 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca, on the first floor of the Bank of America building, directly across from the bank in the lobby. Online, WilliamYoungerman.com. Give them a call, 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. All right, William Youngerman, we'll talk tomorrow. All right, take care, take care. Yeah, that was very nice, Steve, to be able to do that. Oh, man. Yeah, so, lots going on, This thing with Trump and the new social media app, what's going to happen, it's going to go through some phases, right? When it goes live and he's on there, the first thing the media are going to do is try to ignore it. And I think it'll take less than a month. President Trump will be driving the news cycle again, like the old days, with this new app that he has coming. It's that big. And once he starts taking charge of the news cycle again, it's over for the Democrats. And he, look how he timed it. He didn't rush this thing out. He waited as long as he possibly could, because we're moving into, he's going to be available to everyone at the beginning of the year. That's when the campaigning starts for the midterms. He spent all year getting this thing together so that he would have it perfect as he started the campaign for taking the Republican Party back from these rhinos. Everything he does is always, people don't think Donald Trump is patient. that don't like him. He's very patient. Oh. Yeah. I'll tell you though, the real quick thing here on the Brian Laundrie. They think they found his body. His parents are really weirdos. Their lawyer. Oh yeah, Steve Kane Show.
A lot of this doesn't make sense unless they were.
Hey, Neil. Well, their attorney released a statement yesterday with everything that's going on and said that they found the body right where the parents told them to look, and they said this area had been underwater. He may have been eaten by a gator. This may not have been a suicide. That they said that area was underwater until recently. That's why they didn't find him. And that's in that area. I saw some people on television yesterday that know about it, and it's an area that has alligators in it. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Truth, I wanted him to get caught alive, so I could do the scene.
Yeah.
In chains. I really hate this guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. He was a bad guy. Even though they haven't confirmed it yet. Yeah, even if a gator got him, he got away easy. Good morning. You're on the radio. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're on the air. What's on your mind?
Right, good. I wonder if the vice president, you remember when she went over to Vietnam, talking about she was talking about buying Christmas presents. I wonder if she knew about this.
No, no, Kamala doesn't know much about anything, and she, regardless of this ridiculous fake surprise party they had, where she walks in and says, "Surprise! I didn't know the president was going to be here with his entourage of 500 people. I just thought they were a tourist." With the earpieces in. I mean, it's so stupid. That was the first time she's been with Biden in weeks. She's been they're on the outs. She's been totally cut off from them. She's not in the loop with anything. Yeah, well, that's that. The less she does, the better. Well, you have a good day too. Yeah. All right, it's time to check in with Anita at AJ's Natural at the Festival Marketplace with the health report today. Anita, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
We're always doing good over here. We're always doing well. So what's going on in the world of nutraceuticals today?
I don't know if you've seen a lot on social media about the Zelenko protocol. It's a combination of therapeutics you can get prescribed by your doctor, along with 4 immune boosters that you.
Yeah, and I notice all the pharmacies, they're pushing the flu shots again, which means we're getting into that time of the year. So that's the time of the year when I start loading up on everything, because I don't want to get a cold, I don't want to get a flu, and this is like a big nutraceutical period for me. I got to stop by there next week because I need to re-up on my supplements. One that's most vital to me is supplements for reducing my cholesterol naturally. What do you have over at AJ's Natural that would help me with my cholesterol?
We have phytosterol, red yeast rice, and a number of different combinations geared specifically toward helping lower cholesterol.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely show you some great options.
And I need to pick up something also that'll help with my high blood pressure. What kind of things over there do you have that help with blood pressure?
At the top of the list, but we do have very specific formulas that have a combination of ingredients to tackle it a number of ways.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there now. Let. Oh. Oh, good. Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. Okay, now AJ's Natural, located in the Festival Marketplace, formerly known as the Festival Flea Market, immediately east of the Florida Turnpike on the south side of Sample Road. AJ's Natural is located right across from the food court. You can't miss it. But if you can't make it in, they will ship to you. Their number is 954-317-1851. 954-317-1851. And also, their prices are really, really super low. I mean, the prices are out of this world low. So stop on in if you can at the Festival Marketplace. AJ's Natural, right across from the Festival Marketplace. Or again, give them a call, 954-317-1851. All right, Anita, take care. We'll talk to Janet tomorrow. All right, take care. And Janet Cimarelli's radio show is on the air on our radio stations on Tuesday and Fridays at 10 a.m., talking about all the nutraceuticals over there. All right, well, we're almost out of time. How much longer is this World Series going on, Steve? Because
I don't like to correct you, but the World Series, they haven't reached the World Series.
Oh my goodness.
The playoffs.
Oh my goodness. It's endless.
At the rate I'm going, I won't be watching that long.
Oh, really?
Very well.
Oh, okay. Because Steve's been up every night watching this.
You win some, you lose some, and
You're losing this one? Nah. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good because the show's more important than baseball.
That's for sure.
Yeah. But I got to tell you, as I know we've got 3 years left, until 24, till the election and all that, and then Trump won't be back in office until January 25. The election's in November 24, so January 20. I know that's a long time away, but I got to tell you something. I just can't believe, Steve, that things are going to be allowed to continue to be off the rails at this level. This failure to pass this bill, I think this may be the weakest president we've ever had in our lifetimes, Joe Biden, because of this bill.
Close to but.
No.
All time.
And the weakest. I mean, it just has no juice.
He combines all the negative things that you could think of into one candidate. And at last, the American people are paying attention.
Yeah.
A long time. And there are a lot of people, he's gotten away with a lot because a lot of people haven't followed it that closely and they don't really understand. When he got up and he started talking about how this big expensive bill that we're getting ready to pass was going to cost them zero.
Oh, yeah.
The contempt they have for the American people. How stupid they think you.
Yeah. Well, we know better. Well, listen, we're all out of time, so you want to sign us off, Steve? Uh-oh. We lost Steve, so I'll say goodbye. We'll be back live tomorrow at 6 a.m. My name is Brian Craig. We lost the connection with Steve there right at the end. But we'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Be here or be square. And I'll be live with you then, all right? With all that being said, are you back yet, Steve? No, Steve's not back. So I'll say goodbye by just saying, let's go, Brandon. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. Take care, everyone.
My name is Tom Laporta, the owner of Laporta Contracting, Roofing, and Restoration. We have been.
I almost slipped when I said, let's go, Brandon. I said it's slow. The reason I said it's slow is because I was thinking the real words. And I was afraid I was going to say the real words instead of let's go, Brandon. The 2021 hurricane season is upon us. You don't want to do that. That's not good. All right, now listen, guys. I'm going to start doing something. I'm not sure if this is going to be permanent or not, but something I'm going to do for a while to see how people like it. Before you go, I'll tell you. I'm thinking of running my podcast with my wife, Kathy, at 9 a.m., right after I get off the radio. Because usually what I do, I release it on YouTube at 6 o'clock in the evening, but I think I'm going to do, I was thinking of trying for a couple weeks to see how it goes, releasing it with the live chat and everything with it at 9 a.m. right when I sign off the radio. What do you guys think about that? I think I'm going to start doing that tomorrow. and see how that goes. Maybe do it for a week, 2 weeks, and see how that goes. The reason I wasn't doing it at that time before is because my friend was doing his radio show then, which he's not doing now. So, to be fair to him, I didn't want to tell people to not listen to him, listen to me. So, I'm thinking of doing that just for a while. You like it? So, what'll happen is it'll be a separate video from this one, and it'll be a live premiere. Okay, so there'll be a live chat room during the show. So when I sign off here, it'll shoot right to it. Hey, if you're going to overdose on something, overdosing on me, do the podcast at 7 p.m. Well, I can't take a vote on it. Let me just see how it works out, how people like it. We'll just try it for a little while. Maybe I won't do that every day. Maybe I'll do it some days in the evening and some days in the morning. I don't know. But I'm going to try it at 9 for a while. You know? Yeah. Oh, many times you're not ready at 6 a.m.? Hey, sometimes I'm not ready at 6 a.m., but I fake it pretty good. Any time is good. Yeah. Well, I like doing the premieres with the chat room during the podcast, because when I do those, I can pay more attention to the chat during the podcast than what I am than when I'm on the radio. Because when I'm on the radio, I can't pay too close attention to the chat. All right, guys. Hey, listen, before you go, make sure you like the video, okay? I'll see you later.